Just finished recording my video for PandaFrog for the mini PandaFrog 2 giveaway. So here's my things, just in case you didn't see that. You had three ways to enter. You had the date of birth, the weight, and the height. So I did them both in the English American version and the, I guess, English metric version. So either way, they're written in English. But yeah, that was his giveaway. I went for June 8th. I went for the time, 4:20 Eastern Standard, for 8 pounds, 8 ounces, or 3.856 kilograms. And for the size, that's where I messed up yesterday. I accidentally said 21 centimeters, but meant to say 21 inches or 53.34 centimeters, apparently. Anyway, so don't forget to enter PandaFrog 2. I mean, it's going down, man. Baby's gonna be here any day, so definitely want to get your things in today, if not tomorrow. But yeah, I have a couple finishing touches. I'm gonna do my own video today for I'm gonna call it uh, "Get Your Body Bag" or "Grab Your Body Bag," and ultimately it's gonna be what I packed in yesterday's thing for Dave. But I thought about all the little things I have to put in there. I just want to have it ready for the video, and I thought it wouldn't hurt to record it while I prep. I want to add a couple serrated in there, a couple spool pins, so he could progressively get harder, as he's going. And then also for my pool prize, I wanted people to have more options to swap out. So I have two locks where if you didn't want the from Sparrow's practice locks or any of that, you can swap out for an American lock. It's not 1100, it's 56, but this is the US one. So hey Legless, whatchamacallit, I was just saying I found a couple other locks that you can opt out for if you wanted to. One of them's the American lock. 56 or 5800, whatever. It's the US one. But there's something weird about this one. I have a pair of them, and they're key retaining, right? It's okay, you open it, no big deal. But the problem is, if you pick it, okay, first off, look at the key. Hold on, let me put the skull in the background forces at the autofocus. I kind of just found that out the hard way a little bit. But if you look at that, it's a very weird cut, man. Like, it's not. I can't get it open because the fact that it's key retaining. First of all, I can't pick it, so something funny is going on inside there. Not just because I can't pick it, but I mean, if you got a pick in there, it feels crunchy. Like there's something foreign in there, or something not quite right. But nevertheless, the key does work, even though it's really weird. Like I said, cut. I don't know what that. It's just like a straight line. So you have like the one, I guess the low cut. I guess that's a 9, a little tiny, and then like there's all 9 straight across. So that's 1, 2, 3, at least 3 or 4. And even like the way it's cut, I'm trying to get a better. It's so low in the wording of the key, like it barely even touches the pins. Anyway. So the point is, even when I get it open, I've taken the screw out, right? The screw down here, but the problem is, I gotta close it again. It's key retaining. I can't get the metal, this guy out right here, to pop it out because it's key retaining. Like one big cut. Oh yeah, on the key. Yeah, it's like one big, not quite flat, but they tried. It's like one big flat cut all the way across. It's just kind of. There's no, like, you know what I mean. There's no slots to count the notches for the pins, or like there's literally 1, 2, and just a flat line straight across like that. It's weird. I don't know, but there's something going on with it. But it's beyond my pay grade, man. I did the best I could as far as taking it apart. It's just a regular Phillips head screwdriver down there. So I had all the screws out. This metal plating, it won't. I got the thing to catch the bolt out, but that little faceplate won't come out because it's tucked into the side, and it's just because the key's there. So I can't get it unless I pick it. But yeah, that's the one that I'm putting towards it. And then I told you I had a Medico that's a um. Hey, what's happening, Beer Cam? How you doing today, buddy? Anyways, I have a Medico 51S that I could throw in there too. That's again above my pay grade. I mean, that's a standard Medico cut, but I mean, crazy for anything for me. So I mean, I have one for me. You know, hopefully I'll get there, or even just to mess around with. I mean, it's not one of the M3s or whatever the newer ones are. It's the like, it says it on the back right there. See, if I cover up the Knox locks up here, it tries to read my background, so your lock's not safe. As long as if I cover that up, it tends to focus a little better. But it says right there, the patent pending, and then the 51S. So, I mean, that's something else you can opt out for, you know, if you win one of the things you didn't want to practice lock. I understand that for people that have been going for a while and you've had going backwards to a slage. I don't know why I'm saying slage wrong this morning. Sorry, tongue twister. But medicos are so far above my pay grade. It's not funny. But yeah, if you guys haven't got your PandaFrog things in yet, I know I brought it up last night, but I just made my video. I just got to actually post it. That's good, man. That's good. You're doing good. I'm not doing bad today. Still a little tired, so my tongue is a little twisted. But to finish up for last night, I pulled out Dave's kits. I'm getting ready to mail things today. And Legless, I'm going to take a picture of the envelope when I have it for you for the stickers. Just I want to make sure it's perfectly written on the envelope for international things. I just want to make sure it gets to you. You know, it doesn't just leave my country and it's, you know, left turn, you know, and never get seen again. So I just want to make sure it's written on there proper. So I'll email you probably later today with the thing. You just make sure I get it right. Okay, cool. Anyway, so what I wanted to add for these guys is the pins. I'm gonna give them spool pins, a couple serrated, a couple mushroom pins, backup springs, and I was thinking like for the back pin. So I know if I got all this and my first time taking apart had a gutting spill, I'm saying if, and that back. Hold on, let me grab one of my things here. What if? Where's the pick I just had in my hand? My monkey's paw, man. Where'd it go? Anyways, if that pin went shooting across the room and I wasn't able to find it and it was my first time, that kind of ruins the whole experience, you know what I mean? So thinking about it last night, I was like, you know what? Let me give everybody an extra pin. So this way, in case for their first time, they want to try to take the lock apart or, you know, add a pin, subtract, do whatever they're, you know, they intend to do. I don't want them to all of a sudden, there you go, I can see it a little better. I don't want them to lose that retaining pin and all of a sudden, you know, their whole lock shot. So I want to pull one out for Dave and then pull one out for, yeah, literally, you know, imagine that your first time, literally, you picked it 3 or 4 times. Like I said, I think Dave here is getting the number 2 pin. So that's going to be, you know, a cakewalk. So finally he gets the confidence. I got 2 pins. Okay. Knox gave me the blue key. Let me try to pin it, and all of a sudden he unscrews the back, and not knowing the amount of spring force, boom, that guy shoots across the room. All of a sudden he doesn't have a lock anymore. So I wouldn't want that to happen to them. So thinking about it, you know, each one of my rekey kits comes with a bag of 5. So I got to pull out one for each of them in the spring just in case, and I'll give them a couple of the other springs for the chambers, because I mean, no good having a lock if all of a sudden it's not a lock anymore or you can't use it. That's probably where my monkey's paw. There it is. For me, this pick works as much as a pointer as it does a pick, apparently. Okay, so here's his follower. I figure I would be a little more professional and actually put them in the boxes for them as well. I know like it makes that big a deal, but Okay, so that's the two in the box. And this chip. Alright, I got a bunch of little baggies here that I had from, when you get picks from Sparrows or Petersons or whatever. So I'm just going to make up a little selection of pins and make a little kit for them. But yeah, I figured again for the advanced selection, I haven't got it yet. On my original plan, how I even have most of these to give away, really around Christmas time when I was really getting into it, I had doing quick math. I was like, okay, I don't need to start at 2 pins, man. Like I understand how the locks work. So if I don't need to start at 2 pins, let's say I just wanted to go, if I never touched the Yale before, I guess that's the one I have the most problem with, so I keep bringing it up. So let's say I want to start at 3, okay, and then progressively do it. Or even math. If you bought 3 sets of 4, that's 12, right? So each one of those cord kits comes with 3 cores, but one of each. So if you bought 3 of those and 3 kits, my idea was also going to be 4 revolvers. You ideally would have 3 of each type of keyways as far as a practice, and then I have taken turns between the revolvers, which ones I wanted to use. But really, you want to talk about overkill, dude? That's so much. You know what I mean? You could change all. You don't need that many practice locks if you're changing cores. You don't need the. So once I realized, okay, I got more than enough here for me, and then you know what? Like as a beginner, I wish somebody would have gave me, and that's kind of where my thought process came from as far as what to give away. Okay, so I gave the number 2 for Dave, the number 3 is for Rob. So let's see. We have. See, I was originally going to do. I mean, I still might throw in some chest pins for some people just to have some fun. But I only have really 1 pack to give away. I'm I'm gonna have a few. Like I said, for the grand finale, I got some chest ones. I got some Scrooge ones. Like I said, I still got a few hidden curveballs for. Oh, that's another thing. I got to give these guys. Even though the plug follower works fine, I've never really had to use a shim for these practice locks. But I just want them to have everything that if they watch a video from Bozzy and Bill, like anybody, if they watch a proper video and someone's taking apart a mortar cylinders, I want them to be able to have everything right there on hand. Oh, you were given locks. You were given picks to start. See, that's cool. I didn't know anybody. I just ordered it, the eBay kit. Classic. It's funny in a way is I'm giving out better stuff than I use myself. What I mean by that is I'm giving away. I bought the shims and everything from Sparrows, just a pack to give out to you guys. For myself, what I use, I cut up Sprite cans. I drink Sprite or Kickstarts, as we're seeing here, and okay, nice. I've incorporated. Well, I mean, I'm talking to you guys. You can read chat now, but watching last night's thing today, I realized if I don't read your comments out loud and you're a third party person watching this, for some reason the chat doesn't record right, or apparently, so you couldn't read it. So it looks like I'm talking to myself. So it looks really like from left field. I just kind of. So your first picks were from. Wait, lockpick, cowboy. Sorry, it went off the screen real quick. Chat, yes. Okay. Okay, yeah, mine was from eBay. I still have 2 pieces of the kit in my, or 2 pieces in my kit actually. L rake, and they're just unique profiles. Maybe because they're from eBay that I'm not going to see them anywhere else, but they're just definitely unique. Oh, that and I had two people message me today for interest in my chips. They wanted to order their own poker chips. So yeah, if anybody else wanted to order chips, man, I order from pokerchips.com, and I have a promo code for 20% off. Let me see. Where the heck is it? I emailed them. It's Hold 'em or Fold 'em 20, exactly the way it sounds. But I have it on a paper here somewhere. But let me concentrate on putting these together. Hey, Mylock. Hey, everybody. Yeah, like I said, I want to get these out today. Like I said, I forgot those. I want to give everybody the back retaining pins, so in case they try to take the lock apart and the thing shoots across the room, you know what I mean? They don't have to cry. Their locks, they got a replacement. But I only have like literally enough for like one each. I don't have like, you know what I mean? So I want to make them. I really don't know how to. If you've never touched a lock before, maybe you could help me out here. I was just gonna put all the pins in one bag, but how this one pin, you know what I mean, the back retainer has that little tiny. I don't want that to get lost with, if I mixed up, let's say these were all serrated and whatever, like I'm about to mix up. To me and you and everybody that knows locks, I mean, we'd be able to tell that's long. Wow, that's bigger than a key pin. That got to be it. But if you don't know locks at all, I don't want you to not be able to find that either. I don't have a million little dime bags or whatever here either. All right, let's see. One shim. I really am trying to think of everything, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Gutting disaster, you got a backup pin. I'll give you backup springs, got you shims. That's it. I'm giving you guys, well, giving whoever wins, kind of better gear than I use. In a sense, I cut up Sprite cans to make my shims. But for you guys, I at least bought a pack to give out. But I mean, I think anybody could watch any YouTube video and get the gist of how to make shims and such. And then another thing is I got one set of oh my god, pliers. Wow, I really am tired. Tweezers. And that was just going to be for the final grand finale giveaway. But then I noticed with this rekey kit, I guess I ordered it with a pair of tweezers. So I actually have a second one to give away. So I don't know. I guess maybe I'll do that a spontaneous one, or maybe I don't know how to do that one exactly. But I think if I'm breaking up, and yeah, everybody's got to share a kit, meaning nobody's getting a full rekey. One person's getting one pin, pin pad, another person's getting another. So I mean, I don't have a complete kit to give one person, but nevertheless, it should be enough to. Okay, so that's the retaining pin. Now I should give him. Let's see if you take these apart, these are actually six holes in the core. So even though it only goes up to 5, like you could, let's see, they have a black. I think I actually have it used. Hold on. It's they send you a 6-pin one. Yeah, it's the one I can't jam. So if you use that one, it's actually made by them to go to 6. Okay, springs. These are a pain in the ass, man. I hate pulling springs apart. Okay, first he needs one of the big long steel ones for that retaining pin. And then, well, that's for Big Rob, that keen pin. Okay, let me get him a little bag here so I can start putting these in. I'll put that in the... Have you ever noticed this about sparrows? Some of them say made in Canada. I like that. That's cool. And some of them do not. They start with a made from somewhere else with a C. I thought that was funny for two of the same exact things, meaning monkey paws in this case. And it was like, hey, okay, cool, man. And it's like, whoa, one Canada, one China, same monkey paw. Okay. So I guess they outsource it sometimes. I don't know. Or sometimes I wonder if you look really close how many stickers are there. I don't want to peel it apart and find out, honestly. All right, security locks or security pins. Okay, they give me here, I believe it's 5 of each, like 5 mushrooms, 5 serrated, 5 spools. So I think given, let's see, yeah, I'll give 3 to each of them. Okay, I mean, that'll be 9 and then 1. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 serrated. Oh, one. Actually, it's spool. 3 serrated. Okay. I'm really trying to think, man. I mean, for as far as these little locks can take you, if you're really starting off and never touched anything before, I mean, I don't want something. I mean, I can't give everybody, like I said, a pair of tweezers. I can't pick the locks for you. I mean, that's so some effort has to come out on your part, but or their part. So there's a spool. Okay, I need 2 more spools. Make sure they're not mushrooms. Don't want to give too many of those by accident. Mushrooms are hard, man. Just because of the way that they're tapered sometimes. Okay, so that's 3 spools. Let me just pull out the 2 mushrooms too, call it a wrap. Yeah, after I'm done with this little live stream here, like I said, I just recorded before this the PandaFrog one. Then after this, I'm gonna record the, I don't know, call it "Get Yourself a Body Bag" or "Grab a Body Bag," or it was going to be to that effect. So that you have that black bag that I show you that they come in. I'm calling body bags. And then you got the bare bones picks, and you got the sparrows locks and everything else. So I thought the "Grab Your Body Bags" would be a nice little title. This way I'll have it already made when I make the video and just have it displayed in front of you. And then this way when I take it, show it to you, put it into the pouch, do it all in about 5 to 8 minutes with a brief explanation, and then that'll be part of that one, is share that video. Yeah, if you want, I'll show you real quick the pins that D-Mac made for me, man. They're fucking phenomenal. Like, talk about next level. They're not just rattlesnake. They're, whoo. They really are good, man. Okay, so we have the, oh, springs. Hold on. I have them, that's what's all laid out right here, is these are all homebrewed pins that were made. I got a bunch of different ones. And that's it. He was nice enough to give me 3 different rattlesnake ones because I didn't fully understand how they were made. So I really wanted to be able to, I don't want to say take one apart, but I mean really get up on one, and in case it broke, I didn't want to be afraid of, you know, then not having one. So he's nice enough to send me 3, not just 2, but 3. Okay, it's 2 springs, 3 springs. Okay. Okay. Southward. Sure, hold on. I want to read that 1 second. Yeah, the only Southward I had was from just recently. Lockpickers United had their to support their fundraiser or whatever picks, that $25 picks. I grabbed one of those. And that's literally the only Southward I have. Dude, I just got the Renegade. Like literally just like like that when like I looked for a minute, man. I was like, okay, who's gonna have like the best handle? 'Cause like I said, my main thing is I get cramps. Like this is like my normal I'd say go to, like the bare bones handle with the monkey's paw, the sparrow's monkey's paw in it. And like I said, it just has that little half inch on the back, and this is my main kind of picking one. But if I, yeah, I don't really like showing my gear too much, but okay. So to show the difference, I want to show. I have lockpicking lawyer's Genesis kit. I have a multi-pick, and then let's see what's this one I'm gonna grab. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Bare bones. Okay. So oh wait, hold on. Let me get my law locks right up here because I still have it from last night. Oh man, just in my hands. Where was it? The point is, I want to show you handle width and how and why it really got here. It is. My law lock stuff's literally still wrapped up, but yeah, man, they are a godsend. Okay, so to me, my go-to, like as far as feel, again, I'm just showing you rigs here, but oh, good, like that's awesome. Like this, new kind of turning point in conversation. We're talking handles here for a minute. So to me, for feel, man, multi-pick has it. Like that, they are great as far as the feedback. I feel and hear everything on there. Like it's phenomenal. But that tiny little ice popsicle handle, like my hand gets so, it's so in front of the camera right now, but it's so small in my hand, just the way it's I get cramped real quick. So like I said, if I start with something like that, or even here's the Genesis kit from Lockpick and Lawyer. That's from that little Coven Instruments guy back there. But I'll show you his little 4-piece kit. Man, for a beginner set, you really don't need nothing else. It's like 2 quad peaks just with different frequencies, and then 2 hooks, like a short and medium, or like a round and a flat. And really, like if you get that, opens up a whole like 75% of like North American ones. Okay, yeah, that's what's funny. I was doing some practicing before, and you brought up the Elric last night. I was trying it again today, and again, it's still not working as good for me. But anyway, let me stick to my real quick. So, yeah, I love the multi-pick, and for half the price, you can get the Lockpick and Lawyers Covert Instruments ones. But now, after 5 minutes and my hands are cramped, I'm not picking anymore because of multi-pick, like just because of how small they are. So there's up until now, thank God there was bare bone just because of how big, like that. Look at the circumference of that. Like that's like if you were in school as opposed to writing with the smaller pencil or normal number 2 pencils or a pen. This is like one of those kindergarten fat boy crayon big old pencils, right? It's like that. I mean, but it keeps you in the game. You know what I mean? Like it really, your hands don't cramp. You don't. I went over it yesterday. A little bit of, hey Terry, how's it going? Thanks for joining us, man. It just had that little bit of wiggle room to it. We're dealing with millimeters. That's a world of difference. But it keeps you being able to pick. Now enter law lock. Okay, so you have the feedback capability damn close to multi-pick. Wow, bro, you went straight to the top on your first pick leg lift. That's you don't have much really room to go from there. It's like kicks, picks, and rat yolks, man. That's like only two. Honestly, of course, a lot of people make homebrew gear, but I'm just saying. To me, if you were to ask me who sells the cleanest gear, uh, oh really? Don't send to Scotland. Oh wow, sorry to hear that. Straight out of the pack, literally. I mean, like multi-pit, you can't beat them. Like, I mean, they're so shaving clean. However, that being said, law locks, dude, I can't find a flaw in these either. And the handle's so wide that literally you don't your hands don't cramp. So it's a very nice crossbreed between, well, it doesn't have the circumference, it does have the size of the femur handle, so you got something big to to grab onto, so you're not squeezing it or cramping it quite as much. And something else, I just got these like literally this week, not even 2 days ago. So I'm not quite. I'm used to choking up with these little guys, so I'd even be holding the pick like that anyways. I should really grab a single pin. Anyways, you don't need to do that with the law lock. Or, I can trust it from back here. The metal's strong enough that, I mean, and the feedback goes all the way through. I don't need to choke up because I'm using like the Peterson style or whatever, where, I mean, of course you can feel it from the plastic. I mean, just to have your finger on the metal, just to have that little bit, not only does it give you control, but I mean, it gives you feel the feedback better. But yeah, man, these things to me, I haven't had a lot of time to spend with him. But yeah, this can, so I don't have to get hand cramps straight out of the gate if I went to multi-pick. And I don't have to necessarily go to, because not that femurs are a pain in the ass to change, and I got a couple of them to do it anyways. But like I said, there is a kind of negative feedback. So if your hands are already tired and crampy, but to try to prevent the cramping and keep up the feedback that you'd normally lose with the femur handle. Yeah, these law locks are phenomenal, man. They really are. But yeah, again, I'm just trying to think of everything. I said today I thought about that back pin for the lock. Oh man, I don't even know the proper terminology right now for the retaining pin that holds it all together. But yeah, I wanted to give them a replacement pin for the back, and like I said, security pins. So like I said, they got uh, 3 spools, 3 serrated, 3 mushrooms, 3 backup springs, the 1 backup pin for the back of the lock, so in case they shoot it out while having, you know, a gutting disaster, or first time taking it apart. So I got a replacement pin and a replacement spring for there too. I'm just really trying to cover, every angle of things I'm not even thinking of that might not have happened to me that happens to other people, or things that have happened to me. I want to make sure that they are prepared. One of my main videos I'm going to make probably in the next 2 weeks, I have a couple to make this week, it still lingers from the one I made from John Locke, because I still have the core that's in one of these two. I got to see. And basically, I watched somebody else's video way back when, and if you didn't have the proper tools, which I now have, a tap and die and all that, but they used a soft brass lock and they used an Allen key with a handle, T handle, just like this, and they were able to drive it in. Okay, now the guy didn't give you any information other than that, and I tried to do that on a steel lock, and yeah, that doesn't work. So I ended up getting no big deal. I was pushing so hard, just slipped off of it and got a gash on my hand. But basically, don't try that at home. So I have a couple other things with the triangle files that I was using. The trap I was making in the lock was for, I'll show you John snapped it because he went a little, even in the video he admits, had it such a deep false set, he couldn't understand why it wasn't opening. So he gave it a little tweak. And I had either ball bearing or, like a dog tag necklace. So that was biting in the bottom plug, and that part was in the top. And John popped it to get it open. I understand. I should have said, light pressure, or I gave a warning. He didn't read the email before he opened the lock. I did put in the thing, just be careful because it's gonna feel like should open but not, and then it does kind of exactly what happened. And then on my bed, for those things are kind of hard to push in. They have that little tiny metal piece that comes out of the ball. So I was using these extra thick Bic Lighter Springs. I mean, they're really thick, man. It's super steel. So I cut one and I put it in there. The problem was it literally got trapped in the chamber. So when John went to take the lock apart, he was like, Knox, did you forget a lock? And it was not that I forget a spring. It's not that I forgot the spring. It was just cut and put into the chamber. And anyways, I guess wasn't enough to activate the second trap pin in there. So he was able to break that first one that much easier. I think if both of them would have trapped, I think he would have caught on to it a little better. Okay, so I got three of each for everything. Okay, so his backup pins are set. So he's got security pins in 3 types, safety thing in the back. I'm giving him the 2-pin first practice one with the. I'm going to show everything right here and kind of get it properly displayed, so I record the video after this. Everybody sees when I say get a body bag, they'll see exactly what they're getting. I'm not scrambling like I am now. I'm just filming the things most guys wouldn't bother to film, I suppose. Okay, his handles is that. But at the same time, there are things I'm interested in. How other people would give giveaways and how. Okay, so he's got the number 2 lock. He's got a bag full of pins. Here's his Bogota's bag to put it in, his stickers. He gets a bare bones handle. Now let me put all these little baggies back before I lose pins myself all over the place. Oh yeah, again, I've had a couple people message me, both in email and in comments, asking about my poker chips. Yeah, they're pokerchips.com. I got a 20% code. I don't get any kickbacks or anything, but it's just like it says or sounds. Hold them or fold them 20. If you're interested or whatever, email me. I'll send you a screenshot of it. Just to, if you want to make sure you spell it right. But yeah, a couple people were like, "Dude, I really like them." Chain. Oh yeah, dude, you're not kidding. Probably this morning on here. I'm gonna stream for a while today. I'm gonna show how the original challenge lock I made to send John is in here, in this red one. And yeah, it's got traps all up in it. And the reason I couldn't send it in that black one was, okay, to have room in the plug to manipulate it, I needed a low cuts like that so that I was able to have I wanted as much as the dog tag chain into the plug as possible to get caught. So I wanted these super low cuts, just like that. So this way I'd have 1 or 2 balls and that he'd have to push out, so really get caught. And the problem with that, when I used the Dremel, it was fine, and then when I hit the it's literally pokerchips.com, but my email is locks the number 4 Knox. I hold it up. I don't have the paper right next. I'll write it down. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on the board probably today. But you literally just shoot me an email, and like I said, I'll respond right back to you with a screenshot of it. I messaged them yesterday with a screenshot of my chat, or my comments, where the person asked, and I was like, "Hey, I've had 2 people already do it," meaning make chips from the same spot that I had. And then I had 2 people just ask me about it. So I inquired to them to be like, can I get my own promo code, Knox Locks 2020 or something, whatever, as opposed to hold them or fold them or whatever. I mean, if I'm going to be able to direct traffic to, I'd love to, dude. My reason for doing poker chips. Okay, cool, awesome. But I still should put it on my board for anybody to have it. Yeah, what I love about it, literally from your phone, any picture that you have, you make the chip. Like it's literally right there in front of you, and it's like that's a picture. Like the picture you see in front of you is the pictures on the chip, the picture on the stickers, the back. Like it's literally, if you want like a picture of like your wife, kids, dog, anything else, like they could do that, dude. Like they could print anything they want on there, and then I kind of took the maximum amount of letters, so they kind of counted three different layers. So there's like the graphics, which is here, and then that's a second layer where the letters, the Knox Locks and YouTube, and then the third layer is the stripes. So I like the black, gray, and white. To me, that ties it all together. If you see, John Locke just got his. I saw just the picture of it. He got, I believe it's the just the black and the white, and then he got the big face. So he doesn't have the third layer. He just went for the big face picture of his the John Locke character, the little guy up here having a corner. They look cool. Yeah. What you call it? Yeah. Anyways, if you use, I hit them with two questions. If you use my email, the code they emailed me, the Hold'em or Fold'em 20, is that universal for everybody? Because they just sent that to me for creating an account that wasn't anything, special. So I didn't get a reply back. And then the second question was, well, hey, if I can get direct traffic to you, could I get my own promo code? So that would be cool if they, you know what I mean? They do either of those. But well, my point was, uh, John had these 3D printed ones that he's cool to throw in on the pack lock trade that we did, right? So that's his name, John. And on the back got his little lock guy. And then like PandaFrog and stuff, they got like metal, like military style challenge coins, man. You know what I mean? Like they're made, they look. I'm sure they're not real gold. I mean, they look gold. Maybe they're brass, whatever, silver. But they look top notch, man. Probably like $10 a piece. So I was like, what's a good middle zone for like a challenge? I don't have a 3D printer. I don't have whatever. And I was doing, I believe it was Mr. Black Magic's thing when we had to hold a deck of cards, the casino chips. I'm not a gambler. And I'll tell you why. Like, if I play a game, it's 21, and I don't play 21. It's called Knox Wins. So my game doesn't even start unless I'm dealt two picture cards, and then I split them and hit them. So if I don't get 21, I don't win. So I play $5 hands, and when you get to 21, you get the 250. So if I bet five and I win, they give me five, but then because it's 21, I get the 250. So I've been, and the dealer put it to me like this. He's like, "Are you stupid or something?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "You're splitting 20?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, even if I get another couple picture cards or whatever, I'm right back where I started, or, I'm hunting those aces, man." He's like, "I'm going to put it to you like this, man. I don't mean to call you stupid, but it's like God gifted you with a 12-inch penis and you want to cut it in half for some reason, and I can't understand it." And I just started laughing hysterically. He's like, "You got a guaranteed winner at 20." He's like, "I got to beat you as the dealer with 21, dude. Like, why would you split them and hit them?" Like, I understand his perspective, I guess. A guaranteed win, or, near guaranteed. Not in the casino at all, ever's guaranteed. But why would you throw away a good hand? And it's, well, I'm playing for the game, not really the money, man. But again, I'm playing little $5 hands. I'm not a gambler. But to me, that was the happy medium. I can't afford challenge coins, and I don't have a 3D. But you know what? The poker chips, man. And I think they came out great. These are real clay. Um, you can order them in like 25 and 50, but honestly, they're like $5 each, some shit. So if like you order 100, they give you the 20% off. It comes to like $1.50 a chip or something like that. So it's like, okay, I could spend like, a couple $100 and have 20 of them, or I could spend that same couple $100 and have 100 of them. So I was gonna do. I have a couple alternate versions. One of them I wanted, to include with my log. It has like a little scan, the QR scan. So if you hit it with your phone, it would bring you directly to my YouTube site. The only thing is, I don't have a URL set yet. I just reached 100 this weekend, so I didn't want that to change or something. So all of a sudden, that scan didn't work, and I just spent $100 on chips that are, one side irrelevant or inactive or whatever the case may be. I did not want that. Okay, so let me finish putting this together so I can show it off for. That's Dave hit me last night when he came into the stream. I was glad you guys welcomed him, man, because I talked. That's my best friend on the planet there, and I tell him about you guys as far as the community and Lock Sportcast, Lock Pickers United, whatever else, and when him coming in and just popping, it's like, wow, bro, everyone, welcome to the community. Well, I was like, bro, I'm telling you, man, like people are nice. It's gonna. Not to spill other people's business, but this is going to be a good, hopefully meditative exercise for him. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm looking for my 25 or 24,000th rate. I realized last night when I was looking at the thing, I accidentally pulled out the 15,000th, or I'm sorry, the 23. I pulled out the 15 for the rake. The only reason I specifically don't want to give the 15 for that one is that's the one I wanted to save for the Yale. Because for that Yale top of keyway, you really kind of do need the 15. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. I think I might have it in the femur handle actually. I keep forgetting too, man. I got to include these Z wrenches. I got a bunch of them from the bare bones part of it, and like I said, I added the Sparrow tension tools, but I didn't mean to eliminate the bare bones one. I just didn't think about it last night when I was throwing them together, because I do have here's the butcher's blocks. All right, that's not, and I still do have the Z wrenches, so. You know what? Maybe I should throw one of these to Dave. Okay. Yeah, I have a couple little things I was thinking about giving away that I'm actually gonna, I guess, keep for now. Uh, like I have the stupid little James Bond card pick kit, I guess you want to call it, or whatever. I was gonna give that away, but then I was thinking about it, and you never know in a sense that A, I could always give it away later, and B, like Lock Noob just made that little jackknife kind of thing, and he did it out of like little half tang picks, and really those are the only. I'm trying to find it right here. I have most of my stuff. Oh, if anybody's interested, I told him I'd give this guy a shout out. No, this is my lock, dude, for locks that I bought off of eBay. I mean, I don't know if anybody does eBay shopping, but yeah, this dude, he's legit. I mean, you could look at everything in lots before you buy them. Pappy Strowell's his, handle on eBay, but he has everything from. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I got this cutaway from him. I got my Yale mortise cylinder it was drilled out so I could progressively pin it. They average out like $5 a lock and change. Anyways, I got one of these crappy things. I mean, they work, but I was gonna throw that in for a giveaway, but that's really a gimmick. And if for somebody was serious about starting off and I gave that to them, that's almost like a misdirection. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to waste their time. I mean, if I gave that to, if you're watching me now, you already know about picks and lock picking. So, I'm talking about right now, this minute. So, if I give a card to you guys, to be like, okay, gimmicky, haha, crappy, okay, whatever, I'll throw it in, with the rest of the stuff that's just whatever. But if somebody that's literally, oh, I never picked anything I want to pick, what should I, yeah, you don't give somebody that kit. But yeah, oh, well, I got a couple more people tuned in, so I'm going to bring this up again. I have an American lock here at 5200 with a strange problem in the sense that, okay, it's key retaining. All right. Now, it opens, right? Okay. Now, A, it's real hard to get the key out, real hard to get the key out. And B, when I show it to you, the bitting on this thing is like non-existent. There's really only like the one pin right here at the end, and then it's like this is all a straight cut, or no, well, it's sloped a little bit, but I mean, as you can see, there's no like real pin slotting so much. Like, you know, one, two humps, and then maybe if there's one resting off that tip. But I mean, that's all. It feels like there's something beyond. Like when I stick my pick in there, it feels like there's something beyond pins. Like I don't know what. I honestly I don't. I can't see obviously past the first pin, and because of the way this is key retaining, and I can't pick it because of whatever reason. When I open it, undo the screw that's down there, I can never get past this shielding because the keys retainers, retaining, sucking into, keeping it stuck. So I mean, if anybody has a solution to that, I'd love to know. But either way, the only condition. All right, for people who don't want the practice lock, this is a trade out. I told you I'd give people options for, if people were really beginner and they didn't want the practice lock. I have a couple clear ones if they really wanted to just get the foundations down. And I'm trying to get, like, I have a Medico 51S that I added today, so you could swap out. You know what I mean? If you've done all you could do with a sledge and you don't want nothing to do with it anymore, I understand that, man. So I really want something that appeals to everybody. So I got the Medico. That's with the key. That works. Nothing fishy about it. I just happen to have, this was a score at the pharmacy in town here. They're redoing the whole plaza, and they have a steel reinforced door that they were throwing away. And that's what they had in the mortar thing, where the old style 51S's. So I asked if they wouldn't mind if I went on there and, on the job site and pulled them out. And I said, knock myself out. So I have one with a tailpiece, one without it, and one without the key. So I got the one with the tailpiece, you got the one with the key, and then who knows, the one without it, give away another day or whatever. I doubt I'll be making a candle. I think it's impossible. Not impossible, but near. Not worth it, put it that way, to make a key for that thing. Okay, 2 stickers, a chip. I'll start readying my display here, so this way when I go to record for the video, everything's all laid out nice like. Yeah, I'll show you something John Locke made for me. Well, he sent to me. He made it and sent it to me. Because I clean this up. It's a nice little pinning tray. It's got John's logo guy on it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, all right. It's just plain gray, but it's literally a nice little, stay if you wanted to set your pins and do whatever, like if you're traveling or you want to throw something in a bag, or even just, I want to throw them up here in the corner and just make sure they don't get knocked out of order, or it's a project I'll get back to in a couple days. It's a nice little, and then the other one he has is magnetic. That's this guy right here, and when you fold it closed, it makes a nice little, and you can see John's little character's face on there. But I want to take off, I had some D-Max pins on here. That's, oh yeah, so I didn't show you guys close-ups on them, dude. Wait till I show you this in a minute. Like, his stuff is really amazing. And I mean, to watch him do it in the videos and then to see it in front of you, it's just like, oh, wow, dude. Like, that's... Because, seeing things in video, not only does it look easier, but I mean, size proportions. I mean, of course, you have an idea how big a pin is, or how small a pin is, should I say. But until it's in front of your face, you're like, oh my God, that pin's so small. And how do you make that into a rattlesnake and, pin and pin and everything else? That's can get out of hand. Here's my next challenge lock. This is either going, I think it's either Joe Picks or Thumper, depending which one of them two has room for me. Both of them offered me for open for trade, and by the time I got back to them, they're kind of in the middle of projects. So whichever one gets back to me, that's who I'll make it for. But yeah, that's gonna. Here's my idea. I mean, I can give it out loud. It's not, even if you make it, it's not the end of the world. Um, Kind of inspired by Bosnian Bill's choices, further inspired by D-Mac's version of same lock called Choices. I'm gonna make a different version called Pressure Luck. Here's John Locke's little pin and tray, the little lock guy. That's on the other side of his poker chip. That's cool. Again, thanks, John. So, what was I saying? I know about the lock for Thumper and Joe Picks. I forgot where I was going with that. Yeah, boy. Okay. It'll come back to me in a minute, I hope. Alright, Shims. Oh, I'm still looking for this guy right here. 24,000. Where's the Allen key so I can take it apart? That's what I need. Okay. So 24,000 Bogota gets replaced by 15. I like having that little monkey's paw, man. That thing's really, for mass production, that's my favorite, probably profile. Is that thing, I don't know, seems to get all up in places where, not saying like a hook one or a gem couldn't poke to, but maybe it's even my beginner status, but it does seem to, for whatever reason, click right under the pin. You know what I mean? And it's not that big of a notch if you compare it to the kicks profile. I was really surprised on that. Like I said, it's hard for me to judge through a screen sometimes. So when the kicks profile came this week, and I compared it to the monkey's paw, and I showed in the video last night, it really was like, whoa, that's a whole, it's not just a notch, like it's a whole different thing. Okay, so let's see. Here's Dave's lock at number 2. Here's his rake. Here's his pick. Here's his handle. Here's his security tools. There's a Z wrench. Right, everything that's not his, I'm gonna clear the hell out of here. Yeah, again, if anything that you guys can think of, as far as beginner status of, I'm glad I thought of that today, honestly, that the pins for the back, that retaining pin, just because, like I said, I've been in situations where, not knowing what you're doing or going in half blind, uneducated, however you want to look at it, and all of a sudden, boom, gutting disaster, and the thing that new toy you just had that was perfect a minute ago is now broken and worthless, as far as your ability to play with it, at least. Alright, let me get my top of key ring out of here. There's this plug follower. There's the stickers. Where the hell does turning tools go? I know for a fact I had turning tools. I don't know what to do with them. Okay, that's one person's. Yeah, see, Rob's got all turning tools in there and shit. Alright, there's this pinning pad. Put that down so you can see a little more what I'm putting down. So we got the 2-pin hook and a rake. handle that I'd use for the hook. I mean, I'm gonna let that whoever let Dave decide that. A nice little pinning mat, the plug follower, security pins, replacement springs, stickers, chips, shims. That's what I need to remember. Okay. I said, even though I don't really use shims all that much, I want to give you everything so you can't say, hey, Knox, I learned from him and that guy didn't use shims, so why do I have a gutting disaster? Like I said, I'm not really a teacher. I'm more of a learn with me guy, so I just want to make sure the little bit that I do know, getting passed on. So here's the core. I guess I'm going to have to tape that because I don't want, when I send it to him, to come flying out of here. I mean, honestly, it's really hard to pull. I mean, I got to pull pretty damn hard to get this out of here. So maybe I can just send it to him like this. I don't know. There you go. That should be 5 pins on there. I'm going to pull this back from the camera just so I don't spray pins all over the place and make the gutting disaster that I was just talking about avoiding. Yeah, okay. So here's what I'm talking about for these for the practice locks. They're really 6 pins. So if I gave you the black key, that's a 6 pin, or I have a couple sleighs. That's a 6 pin. This is the one that I practiced with. You can see the spools in there, and a couple mushrooms. So this is like I said, my Achilles heel is top of keyway on Yale with a low cut, like 8 or 9 drop first pin. I have a problem overset. That's my Achilles heel right there. And the only way you overcome that is master top of keyway and arm wrestle Yales. But anyway, so he's gonna pick a number 2. He's gonna get a whole nother core. And this one's the WR5. I had that picked out all yesterday. I had the core thing for him. That's I mean, I was thinking maybe the quick set, but really when I was looking at the sign, that's more than wide open for him. Here's the replacement security pins, the mat. I'm missing something. What am I missing? What am I missing? Let's see. Okay, that's to that one. And I'm forgetting something over here. Something important too. That's gonna be like that. Oh yeah, the blue key, the replacement key. Duh. Okay. Okay, let's see. We have the green one. I think that one's I'm going to give to Rob. So what the... Here's my rekey. I'm giving it away. Okay, so here's the black key. I got to add this for somebody. Ooh, almost lost the pin. That's out of my own personal kit, but I didn't know that's like a general, everybody in the world has that sledge. I didn't know that at the time, but see, this one came with the revolver, but it's the same exact bitting as it is for the rekey 6-pin black one. Same exact key. And what the heck did I do with the blue key now, man? I like these metal coffin cases. Like these little tins. I dig these. I gotta get a thing of Houdini too. I mean, I got WD-40 there, water displacement 40, but I know you're really not supposed to use that, especially on. Yeah, all right. So out of this set, I got the quick set 1 and the L1 to still give away. Okay. Okay. Now, what the heck did I do with the blue key? I should have one more box. Let's see. Here's the practice locks. And here's the other box of recores. What the hell did I do with the key now? See, I guess I'll just have to do it with the green. I just know on my blue one's right here. And I had the other blue key out in the bag like this, set up here. What the heck did I do with it now? Like I said, the reason I'm mainly picking that blue one for him is just it's a straight bitting made for raking. So considering this is Dave's first lock, and he literally never picked anything, including a clear one in his life, I want to make sure he stands the best chances possible, and B, I really want to make sure he enjoys it. Doesn't just, man, I don't see what you guys like about that, and that's it. Let's see. Okay, I just have to use that green as a stand-in for now. So, okay, chips. Let the chips fall where they may, right, guys? Okay. Both are in 23,000s because he got wide open keyway, so I want to make sure he gets there. It's a fact. Okay. 2 stickers, 1 pouch, 1 lock, 1 core, 1 rekey, 1 bag full of replacement springs and security pins. Let me put the yeah, I'll put the shim in there. I say maybe it's important to see the shim, but I just gotta point it out to him. That should be enough. Put my revolver back there. Another good purchase that I don't know if anybody else feels this way about. For me, like I said, I'm really a hand picker, and for me, this sphere back here, I love this thing, man. This thing, how it's, for me, the 2 purposes it really serves. Like I said, I'm a hand picker, so I like to put the flat part personally in the palm of my hand, which kind of means the way it's set up right now, it might be considered picking upside down, but you can adjust it, whichever way you want. It has the screws to keep it in place so it doesn't turn. But it's also, what I like about it, it's a portable vise. So it's literally any place that has a table. When you set it down, that flat part, that's not rolling. So you can set that down top of keyway all day, do whatever you like. That's really a nice little invention that they have here. I mean, it's like 30, $40. Right? I'm only getting one. I don't have a display of them or nothing, but I really like this. Like I said, the revolver is my comfort lock, watching TV, doing whatever. But close second, I just like this sphere configuration in general. You don't get, because of the tailpiece, this is the stock for like $5. You can buy an extra sledge with the Sparrows sphere. But if you look, man, that turn is so small. Like, it's hard to tell sometimes. So if you have one that has a false set, like, it's hard to tell if that's even open. I mean, that way I guess maybe it's a little better. But that's full flexing it back and forth. Like I said, if you're starting in right there, it's a little hard to tell with that little bit. But other than that, just because the tailpiece hits the back. Other than that, dude, I love that thing. Like I said, if I'm at like a hotel or I'm staying somewhere, my girlfriend doing whatever, I'm not bringing vices and everything. So I just bring my one pick pouch with me, my main tools. I bring that, my revolver, I'm good. So between whatever I have spun up in the revolver to keep me busy, and then whatever challenge lock I'm working on, picking on, or And when I say challenge lock, dude, I'm not sitting. I don't have challenge locks like that I'm going nuts picking over here. Like I said, for some reason I'm. Oh yeah, hold on. Speaking of challenge locks, I keep saying I'm going to show D-Max pins. Let me show D-Max pins, man. Get the light spotlight on them. I want to tell you, this guy's phenomenal. This guy's phenomenal here. Before I clean up this mess. Where's my picture? Okay. Oh, police forward. Okay. So you can see ones like he made out of this key pin that, let's see, let me borrow Dave's pen and pad for a minute. See that? See how in practice it is? Or how versatile or useful? Any of those words fit. Okay. This one's made from a key pin. But man, when you see... Oh, come on, focus you. Oh, okay, yeah. What about a follower? Oh, no, I got a follower right there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why my comments aren't popping up. Right, maybe because I'm messing with the zoom or trying to get that in focus. No, it's not. Man, there's so many ridges on there. I know you only see like. Let me see if the pick will. Let me. Right in here is like 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, and it's so tightly packed on there. Oh, come on. There you go. Look at that. Dude, when that came in focus, come on. Look at that. Dude, that's so many ridges. Like I said, I'm okay with serrated. That thing, no fucking way, dude. That's one key pin. One. Let me see if I can do it. Yo, D-Max the boss at pins. The boss. I mean, Challenge Locks period. That's how I found him for his 3-part challenge lock making session. But I don't want to block the light. Oh, wait till you see. I mean, I don't know how up close you've been with okay, my concept here that I was talking about before, to press your luck, requires these T-pins. So I didn't have these T-pins. So that's where I reached out to D-Mac and I was like, hey, I don't have T-pins. He was nice enough to give me T-pins and the master weight for what I was, for that project I have in my head. And really, it's like my first real I mean, not like the one I made. John Locke wasn't a challenge lock. Absolutely, it was. I was drilling. I was counter milling. I had core mods, Bible mods. Absolutely, it was. But I mean, I haven't made a core mortise cylinder challenge lock yet. So my idea behind that, because with the pack locks and whatever, you can only turn them one way. You know what I mean? Like they only turn clockwise. So you can't. My idea is you have a choice with this. It's a little play off of the choices locked by shown by Bosnian Bill and redone by D-Mac himself. And mine, rather than that's going to be called pressure luck. There's going to be some one way and none the other. Oh, you got the doofer. Yeah, no, I saw that. That's awesome, dude. I didn't know you picked that. That's awesome. Yeah, I've watched. If I'm not mistaken, that's the one he was teaching with the engraving on, with how to do the engraving. But yeah, we look at. Well, I want to get up close to a rattlesnake for you. These things move like crazy. Hold on. I don't want to. I want to make sure they don't fall apart. I mean, not like they're sitting here ready to just bail, but okay. Getting this thing with 3 rings on it. I mean, I'm sure you might have seen it. Oh, come on, camera. You might have seen rattlesnakes before, but it's in this case, There we go. That's a little better. The steel. Oh, come on, man. The steel on the outside and the brass rings on the out. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work because I don't want to drop this and shit. No, you're gonna have to admire it from a distance. I'm sorry. I was hoping I could move the rings for you, but for some reason the tracking on my camera right now is not doing good. But when you see D-Mac pick his own pins, he has a video of, I believe it's 5 rattlesnakes in a cutaway, and oh man, I wouldn't have the patience for that. What I'm gonna have to do is, instead of these, or what I think I found a solution to, is how John was able to snap these dog tag chains. These barbell, I'd have to make them really deep. Might do the job. I mean, the ball gets caught a lot better, but the thin metal between the balls, just how it's able to snap. I need something a bigger. False encounter. I thought it was open. When I recorded the second pick of it, I managed to avoid the false set and popped it right open for me. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, I don't know for YouTube settings or whatever, but for watching my, like I said, yesterday's playback, for some reason it wasn't showing your guys' comments. So it just kind of looks like I'm talking to myself. So I'd be making a point and then I'd answer one of your guys' questions, but for some reason, people after that broadcast weren't able to see the questions. So I just kind of look like a schizophrenic person just talking. Yeah, man, sure, we're cool. I saw that too. And it's like, what? I mean, you get the gist of it. People are there, but at the same time, it's, I don't know. Okay. Okay. So, main middle prize pool winning area clear. Like I said, I have a little project going with this is a sergeant right here. This is all springed and loaded inside. That's why I got the follower through it. And then I'll show you the core for it already. I serrated the hell out of this thing. All right, hold on, I'll take the key. Let me mount the camera. Sorry, I'm shaking all over the place. How do you enter the giveaway? Oh no, dude, it's not. Giveaways are just beginning, man. For today's giveaway, it's gonna be real easy. You just got to make your own video of enter hashtag KnoxLocks if you do YouTube, and then as well as I pitched this question. People that were hanging out with me last night already got the jump start, but here's the thing. I also wanted the explanation why. Okay, so here's the question. Okay, you can have. Let's see. I really wanted to do the graphics that I already explained when I pitched the question, but looks like that's not going to happen. So, if you're able to have the ability to pick any pick in the world, so like I said, I used my kicks picks for an example. So say you're watching Lock Noob's video, and that's the Bogota. Where's the other one? I really just kind of want to demonstrate the purposes, just to, and maybe I'll even do it in my video after this. Now that you bring it up. Now my little lock tray over here is getting full behind the scenes. Okay, so this is the kicks picks, and Lock Noob got one of these just last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever. His is a little bit black. I gotta turn my light back on over here too, or face it better direction. Okay. So when I say you could have any pick, so literally if you're watching like Lock Noob's channel, and I wanted to have my tablet like in front of you where you see Lock Noob's hand holding this pick, right? So to demonstrate the ability, I'd reach my hand like this as Knox, go behind my tablet, and come back as if I'm taking this from Lock Noob. Because not a lot of people have the kick fix with the Phoenix handle right now. That's why I just want to make that, whatever, demonstration, illustration, whatever. So Now I got the pick I want, but also you get the knowledge to use it. So that's the important thing here, okay? So now I could pick locks at will, up a boom, pop whatever I want security wise. But there's whenever something good happens, there's a big hairy butt around the corner, ain't there? Anyways, but then you can never use a key for the rest of your life, okay? So you can get any pick you want and you have the knowledge how to use it, but you can never use a key. Or, flip side of that, you have the ability to make any key. So you have like a universal blank, let's say. And last night I had my wrench that was or my pliers that was able to do a mock job of it. Basically, if you had like a leashy cutters and you have a, you know what, hold on, I'm gonna go grab those pliers just because I'm probably gonna illustrate that in the video. Let me grab them in a second. Sorry about that. I don't want to leave you guys dead air over here. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. So for the question, would you rather have a pick, or would you rather be able to pick a pick and have the knowledge to open anything, or would you rather be able to look at any lock and you have a universal key, but you have to cut it? So if this was a leashy cutter, so you're able to look at the lock and be like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, wherever the bidding is, and whatever whether you want to keep it for yourself, give it to a friend, whatever you want to do. Hey, Joe Pix, what's happening, buddy? You have the key. But hold on. Now, the flip side to that. So, the key that can open any door, if you accept that one, you can never pick a lock again. So, all right, let me put the question to you now that you understand it. Hopefully, a little better. Would you rather be able to pick any pick in the world and the knowledge to use it, but never be able to use a key? Or would you rather have the ability to cut any key on demand on site with a universal magic key, so to speak, but you could never pick a lock again? What would you pick? So I'm gonna ask that this afternoon in the video. So you're asking how to enter for my contest. One, the simple hashtag Knox Locks in any video that you make. Just say what's up and have the hashtag. Or today, I'm gonna, right after I'm done with this live, I'm gonna record. I made the mini PandaFrog 2 video. I already have to post. I already recorded that. And then the one that I'm gonna do this afternoon is how to win, and I'm gonna ask that question. So really, it's up to you. I'll give you a little head start. Think about how you want to answer that. Yeah. A couple people already answered it from last night's. I really liked their ideas. I thought that was cool. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting question as far as, a would you rather scenario. Would you rather be able to pick any lock with any pick you want at will? Or would you rather be able to make any key for any lock at will? But the consequences, you can't do the other one. So if you pick, you can't use the key. If you use the key, you can never make a pick. And then another one, they're going to be different each week as far as the giveaway. So another idea I have is a lot of things I'll be giving away are bare bones. So I have a toss of the bones giveaway. That's going to be whoever enters it just by commenting or Knox Locks replies, in my comments section. I'm just going to assign everybody a random number, or if you could, I would say you could pick it, but then everybody's going to try to pick the same numbers, and it's going to, but ultimately it's going to be a toss of the dice. because like I said, it comes to about 10% of people actually enter your contest. That I've noticed. So, uh, even like when John Locke had his 300, it was, I think it was like 26 people entered. So if I have 100, maybe 10 people are going to enter, and I'm giving away 9 things. So your chances of winning are pretty good. You know what I mean, dude? Like you're pretty good right there. And like I said, I'm setting up down here uh, for my 2 patrons that won. I don't have a Patreon account. They're just people that helped me as far as financially. I wanted to grow faster than I was able to, so help me out with the chips and the graphics. For instance, the winner, my buddy Dave, Mr. Geist, uh, he does my graphics, so he helped me. I was like, Dave, I have this weed grinder, and I have I'm on disability, so I walk with a cane, but I have my cane has a skull on it. You see, this guy's been around for like 20 years, but I was like, Dave, I want my skull, and I want the the way my logo is. The point of the pics is to be like a pirates thing. I'm ripping off pirates, but instead of the skull on the top and the bones like a pirate flag, you have the pics. So that was just a general idea for that. He's no problem, dude. And he sent me that, the big picture, and he was as an alternate. He sent me that one, and then like I said, the first trade I did was with John Locke, and I said John had the 3D printed coins then, so he had John's names on the front and his cool little logo lock guys on the back, and then other guy like PandaFrog, he got like metal challenge coins, like like brass and silver and shit on it. So like what can I afford? And again, for Mr. Black Magic, when we had to do the deck of cards, dice, and coins for my coins, I went over this before. I played 21, and even I don't play 21 properly. I play Knox wins, which means the game doesn't start until I get 2 picture cards, then I split them and hit them. So I'm playing 21, and that's it. But stupid way to play. Anyways, uh, so that's why I was inspired to get the chips. So Dave helped me design them, design the logo, and I have other people just help me along the way. So I had an 8-man coin toss flip off, and I did that twice. So Dave had won one, and my buddy Rob had won the other one. So like I said, I'm packaging their things up. Last night I packaged them up, but now I figure now it's open up to everybody. I want everybody to know what they get when they, what they're trying to win or applying for. So with that regards, let's see. I got the body bag, because that's what I'm going to name the video. Uh, grab your body bag. That's what it's going to be. So everyone, what the hell is a body bag? I don't want nothing to do with death. Let's just not giving away here. But I want to have it all displayed in front of you. So you got, yeah, what's going on, dude? They're missing some stickers for Dave, too. So he's supposed to have one of each. Well, that's the problem. I had so much going on here. Between family members sick and backed up with packages and just whatever. So literally I had to go through, like, you saw, anybody that watched just last night's thing kind of saw I had like 4 or 5 packages kind of shuffling around behind the scenes and opening stuff, trying to catch up. So I'm not exactly organized here, but I mean, 2 stickers, a practice lock, a rekey. Even though technically he's getting the blue one, because I want to make the easiest one for Dave here. He's never opened a lock in his life, so he let me select for him. So I naturally pick. If I never opened up a lock before in my life, I'd want the triple peak, or knowing what I know now, it's I'd want the triple peak and just a decent flat medium hook. Hold on, I read about 1 second. Yeah, I'd like to get one of his new chips too, man. That's I haven't seen one yet as far as in person. Yeah, if you notice, like I said before, how they have the 3 tiers. Maybe you'll be able to see what I was talking about as far as I believe John didn't opt out for the letters. It looks like his guy's face takes up the whole thing up into the stripes of the chips. Like you have like 3 options. You could load your graphic or your picture or whatever in the middle, and then you have your writings, and then you have your stripes. So I believe John just went for pictures and stripes. If I'm correct, I only saw a picture of it in the Lockpickers United or Discord, one of the two. I don't remember if it was the Lock Sportcast or. Uh, but yeah, dude, definitely give him. Thanks, dude. He was great for starting me out and welcoming me and trading locks with me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I mean, but like I said, he's my first challenge lock. So I was real stoked that I was. Oh, good idea, dude. Yeah, I do got to put that in the description, don't I? Shit. Good call, Joe. Joe, that's the second time you helped me with that. You were good like 2 months ago on Twitter. Well, I'm sorry, not Twitter. I don't really do social media like the Instagram. And you're like, hey Knox, man, like, dude, why don't you link your YouTube video? And it's like, oh my god, dude, I don't have my YouTube channel linked to here. So again, Joe, you helped me there, you helped me now. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, so we got that. Dave's missing his top of keyway. Okay. Let's see, what do we got for Dave? What's the extra thick? No. Okay, so new in the box. And again, he never touched a lock before in his life, so I'm giving him the 2-pin. So yeah, that's perfect. That is literally perfect for him. That is thick enough. He can go either way if he really wanted to. He got 2 other bottom of keyways. You don't need it. But that top of keyway is perfect for that. Good. That's nice flat bitting for him, too. Even though it's only a 2-pinner, still, that's not. Alright, good. And again, I should grab the clear locks, too. So last night I was horribly unprepared for any, for any live, really. Well, not even live. Like if I wanted to do a recorded video last night, that's why I was really just putting it all together. I mean, I have so many bags back here from the, I'm not doing anything with law lock stuff today, but obviously got new toys. You want to play with them, so I had to rip those packages open last night and give them a tickle. Oh, what's that, Joe? Oh, nice. I got you. Okay. Alright, so that top of keyway works, and then I know I picked. Rob's is made right here. Like literally everything I put in Rob's from the bottom and top of keyway is still there. I don't know why Dave seemed to disappear. Alright, so now we need the bottom of keyways from the Sparrows. Yeah, don't forget. Hold on. Where's my Jimmy Long's packages? That's. I want to make sure everybody knows Jimmy gave contribution to the giveaway too. So you're gonna have your choice of round or flat Jimmy Longs. So Jimmy and Mark from Bare Bones both were cool as far as when ordering from them, giving me stuff for the giveaway. Like real cool. Yes, I've had 3 people contact me about the poker chips, and I use pokerchips.com, and I have a promo code for Hold'em or Fold'em 20. You get 20% off. So again, my reasoning for it is I couldn't afford a good coins like PandaFrog did, nice metal real challenge coins. And I didn't have a 3D printer, so like I said, doing Mr. Black Magic's thing, and then yeah, hold on. All right, there's the Z wrench. Let's say I know I gave one of those. Anyways, for me, coming that was the only. I kind of saw a pattern. Like, so you created a lock. Let's just say I drilled and made this skill man. All of a sudden, the challenge lock. I'm not going to send this naked by itself. So the stickers are cool. But at the same time, under 100 subs, I don't want to slap YouTube /A14 dot whatever the heck numbers. That's all going to change. Hopefully soon, real soon. And then again, the same thing with the chips. The original ones that I had was that on the front, and on the back it had the little QR thing. So literally with your phone, boom, it brings up my home screen to YouTube. So I thought that would be a good idea. Like literally, you got the lock, you got whatever you want to learn how to use it. Boom, there you go. But again, I didn't want it. If my URL changed, I didn't want that QR code to go bad, because I mean, you can order these by like 20 or 30, but then you're spending like $3 to $5 a chip. Where if you buy 100 and use my promo code, no, it's a universal code for anybody, dude. It's not for me, but with the code, it's a 20% off. It comes to I live in East Coast America, so the company's in Florida. Like shipped to my door, I think it was like 125 or 130, something like that. So it comes to, just a little over $1 something a chip. So that's not horrible. And I mean, they're real clay, dude. Like they're real nice chips, dude. Like they're as nice as the casino chips I just showed you. But yeah, if for whatever reason, if you're interested in them, and there's a website you go to. I did it all through my phone, and literally, man, the pictures they could print on there, like people do like husband and wife ones, or like I have a couple of samples the guy showed me. One's like a bachelorette party, just girls' boobs, whatever on there. But I mean, it's cool what they could do for graphics and shit these days. That's the same thing with Manny from Packlock. He was super cool with because I didn't really see anybody pushing the boundaries for their graphics as far as let's see. Okay, like Charles from the Lock Sport Cast got the bicycle. Um, John's lock got John's cartoon guy on it. Oop, don't want the whole board to fall. Okay. Uh, let's see. So, cracking literally got the. If you look at even if you watch John's got the purple crack, or used to have the purple cracking in the background. So they're all got the basic white kind of outlines. But I never really saw anything quite go with like skulls and letters. You know what I mean? Like words with little locks in the letters. So when I hit them with that, I was like, "Are you able to print anything like that?" They said they would try. They sent me the prototype. I was like, "That's awesome. That's amazing." I was like, "Can you do that two-sided?" Because I was thinking I was going to do that on that side, and then do that guy that knocks locks in the circle on the back, just like the coin. You know what I mean? Have that as the front, and then have that at the back. And yeah, they can do that. And then the guy brought to a point, he's like, well, technically it's a cube. We could do 6 of the sides. So if I wanted to do whatever Knox locks, and then either that other logo or just something Lock Sports, then I could do, youtube.com down the sides or something like that. And I even have like a couple down the road plans, like for my skull. What I'd like to do is in the eye have a lever lock key. You know what I mean? How it has like the big circle on the top, and it has that little triangle on the bottom, like the old skeleton keys. Have that in his eye, like he's eyeing to come pick your locks. Old school. Just simple little upgrades to keep things going and not get stale. So, all right. Security pins with replacement. I'm sorry, I'm going over this like a checklist, man. But when I do the video, I'm trying to just do something in the 5 to 8 minute range, so that you guys can promote it. Or not, you guys. I can say share it, and I'm not asking a whole lot to somebody. You know what I mean? If you're gonna watch through something 5 to 8 minutes, and even if they cut it off 4 minutes through, like most people do, to get the gist of it. And so I'm just trying to make sure everything's organized, and the best way to really demonstrate I might just have to do that another day. How fast and easy it is to literally take this plug follower, spin this out, put this other thing, and you got a whole another lock in 2 seconds. I mean, like in real life time, a minute and a half. Like you want to do speed core changes, but I mean, like I showed before, I mean it's not big difference. The light's not so great, but you can see the difference in the. These are different cores. Like these are. Wow, how did the light get worse? That's not supposed to happen. If you see which way the inside warding goes, see that one got the divot coming in, and that one got the divot going out. So that one's a sledge, and that one's a quick set. I know it's well, not big. No, it's a whole different lock. I mean, I know it. Yeah, it's only 5 pins, and it's only whatever. But to have be able to turn this into a whole another different lock in a matter of a couple minutes, not even. It's a real nice, thing to have. Not as cool as a revolver, but hey, at that point, if you're that into it now, you could buy your own revolver. Okay, see, I'm getting everything close to order. Just want to make sure this is everything here. All right, so you get the lock. All right, so again, I'm gonna ask the question as far as would you rather? Hold on, I should have that pick right damn here too. I was trying to think. I don't know how YouTube works, man. I don't want to get a flag. Like, am I allowed to even? I mean, I'd ask Lock Noob first, but if I had a thing on pause and you just see, I would always give him credit, of course. You see his Lock Noob's video just last week, 100,000 subscribers giveaway, and he holds the Kicks Picks in his hands just like that. So, am I even allowed to show that on a tablet? And be like, wouldn't you wish you can have that pick? And I reach my hand behind it and come back with the Kicks Picks. That's, man, mine's dark wood. His is onyx. I mean, close enough. That's, you know what I mean. Am I even allowed to show Lock Noob's thing? You know what I mean. Without, if he didn't get back to me and give me like explicit permission, I would hate to get a strike or some, bullshit over that. I mean, anyway, so the question for the giveaways, simple, do a Knox Locks, whatever gets you one. And then the second one is to reply to the question, which is, would you rather have any pick that you pick, or I should probably even word it better. Would you rather have any pick of your choosing and also the ability to use it? So, again, you could go up to any lock anywhere, it doesn't matter, Medico, Sergeant, Asa Abloy, whatever the hell it is, you can walk right up to it and boop, wham wham wazzle, you're in there, lock liberated. Or would you rather have the skeleton key that you can look at any lock and you have to cut it leashy style, but at the same time you can open any door with any key, but then you can never pick a lock? So if you answer that question and why, the why is important, even if it's as stupid as because I like picking better than keys, or I'd rather have keys. I sure as hell ain't picking every lock I come across. Logical answers, I can understand that, even though it's an illogical, imaginary question, just trying to have some fun. So that's the question. Or the other one, you just simply, hashtag Knox Locks. I'm even going to write that down. Where's my paper with my email address? That all, so I can show that in front. Actually, I should probably pin that up here. Huh? That's the smart play. Let's see. Here's the pen I wrote it with. How did I not? Yeah, I know certain things are in Big Rob's winnings are a little different in the sense like Legless picked him the worm rake, and the I picked for him the butcher's block jawbone, I believe it was. So Rob's never single pin picked the lock in his life. I showed him how to rake a few times, and he likes to watch YouTube, so he's getting into it. That's another. It brings me joy to turn people on to this. It really does. I know it sounds maybe a little funny, a little corny, but to just be centered and grounded and just be like, all right, you know what? Like, have my little Zen moments or whatever it is when you feel something click for the first couple times, or even if you don't get the pop open and you just get, you know, 4 to key set, and then you, oh man, something's overset. I just can't get that 5th one or 6th one open. Just the process of it and working through it, to me, if I got other things on my mind, helps me clear out my mind. Oh, bottom of keyway. See that? As I'm talking about clearing out my mind, the other things I need comes to the front of it. And that's kind of what lock picking or lock sporting does for me. Okay, bottom of keyway from, I opened up a thing of, oh, here it is. Okay. I was going to say, I opened up a thing from Sparrows yesterday with all the bottom of keyways from the tension, level 1 tension kit. So because Dave's getting a top of keyway, I'm going to give him a see, I don't okay, anybody that cares to answer, what do you think? Should I give him a flex? Which isn't all the best for feedback, but for beginners, even when I first had it, when I was over tensioning, it's more forgiving. Or the double bend, which normally if I wasn't giving him any other tension tool, I'd give him this one so we could use it for the short end for top of keyway and then that for long. But he's got a full top of keyway. So what do you think? Double, like I'm saying, I have the way I'm splitting it. One person's getting one person's getting the other. So it's not really spares, but I mean, looks like that one might go in it longer. But again, it's a quick set and a sledge, so it's not really like it's going to be. Yeah, see, all right, that one's too thin. All right, no good on the twist. See, that's a little thick for me, but all right, that works. Okay, so he's got top of keyway, bottom of keyway, and a bare bones Z wrench, a recore, a rekey, a shim, a pin pad, 3 each security pins, so spooled pinned mushrooms, extra springs, an extra pin for the back of the lock in case, you know, anybody's first time taking that apart and that shoots across the room. You know, I don't want them to be super disappointed that they ruined a lock. So I get extra one of those. Official top of keyway, meaning, you know, you got the pry bar, you got the Z-bend from Sparrows, you got the Z wrench from Bare Bones. So that's 3 3 tension tools for you. You got 1 rake, in his case the Bogota and the butcher's block. Plug follower. So yeah, dude, I mean, anything more than that, I'm picking the lock 3. Alright. And I got a nice little Bare Bones body bag. I'm saying, come collect your body bag or get your body bags. So that's all. That's the giveaway. And then, all right, technically I don't have enough of these handles to go around. This is particularly for Dave. Like I said, you know, he's my graphics man, so I'm making sure he has a handle. It's up. I only have one for him, so personally I would put it on the single pin. I mean, I'd put it on the hook. I'm gonna recommend him if he wants me to Gorilla Glue it for him, like I did in the video with the monkey's paw. I'll totally do that. Anybody else that wins one with the handle, same thing, if that's what you want. But yeah, I strongly recommend it over the rake. I mean, you know, raking's rather easy. Okay. Again, I'm just trying to think here. Any last second things before I cut off and go to record? I'm still not good with the editing process for this yet. Like last night's live thing, I wanted to do PandaFrog stopped in my my stream, and I had my PandaFrog paper up. Literally, I was talking about him when he came into the stream. It's kind of ironic. Speaking of devil, he shall appear, and And he popped in, and I gave him my quote for it, the birth, and the hold on, where's my paper? I know the reason I'm not saying the numbers right now is I messed up in the numbers I said in the video. So that's why I'm, again, make sure you guys get your entries in, man. That's the estimated arrival was June 6th, I believe. So what I did was for the mini PandaFrog 2. Last night, this part of the same was the June 8th, except today I added a time, 4:20 Eastern Standard Time. 4:20. There you go. The weight, 8 pounds, 8 ounces, or 3.856 kilograms. And then this is where I messed up. I was at 21 inches, and instead I said 21 centimeters. So that would have been a big difference for I meant 53.34 centimeters. So that's everything. And then I don't have any small TSA locks. So literally everything is a Morris cylinder or, one of these little practice guys. So I just popped the practice one on there, and that's the video. But I mean, if you guys haven't got it in there, I don't know what you're waiting for. It could be today. It could be any day. So you definitely want to get on that. And then, let's see. Yeah, I got 2 more bare bones video reviews as far as I'm going to do a better example of showing off the femur handle. I just took it apart for that to get that quad peak, wow, that Bogota out of there. But yeah, I want to do a better video that shows off. These things really help your hands, dude. I mean, Law lock tools are great, but they are expensive. They are. They're a premium set, and they're worth every dollar of it. They really are. But if like me, if your hands get knotted up pretty quick when you're using, I'll show you. I normally use this size Petersons. Like normal. These are the cheaper, whatever, $4 or $5 nickel plated, whatever, steel Petersons. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to chug a kickstart here behind the scenes. I've been streaming for 2 hours. This 8 in the morning at my time. So yeah, go ahead. You guys want to give me a time check, man? I wouldn't mind hearing where you guys are at. What time's that? Where you at? Oh, you guys been talking for some reason. Hasn't been popping up. You see, I was thinking about trying to do something for a revolver, Joe. We're saying how you've taken it apart and repinned it so many times that okay, if like 3 or 4 of us each. See, I'm bad with technology here, so I don't know if it would be Zoom. I don't know if someone has a computer that would be able to process for YouTubers streams or how that exactly works. But for like a little competition where 8 a.m. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's almost 2 p.m. Okay. Oh, hey, John. Yeah, buddy. I was just talking. Whatchamacallit, again, finalizing the thing. I'm about to drop my first entry for how you guys actually win. Obviously, the hashtag Knox Locks is the one. And I have a question. I ain't gonna hit you with it now. Then, if you're not gonna stay, you can watch the video for it. But I have an interesting question, John. I'm interested to hear your answer to, but you got to wait for that video. But yeah, I've been showing how I messed up your challenge lock, your first challenge lock I made for you, John, and the mistakes I made for that. That's kind of interesting. I can't wait to show that off. And then yeah, for the chips, man, again, like 3 people have hit me up as far as looking for where they can get chips, meaning their own for their own people. Pokerchips.com, and again, I have the promo. It's not my promo code. It's universal. It's for everybody. It's a hold 'em or fold 'em 20. So if you're interested in that, oh man, that's what I was meant to do before. Write down my Locks for Knox Gmail thing. I never did it. I'm gonna pin that on my board right now. Hold on. Yeah, if anybody has any questions from regarding the channels, the giveaway, uh, the chips, anything, I've already referred 2 people today to them for chips. So I asked them two questions. One is the promo code universal and good for everybody? And then two, if so, if it's not or whatever, can I have my own promo code? So yeah, if you're interested in the chips or anything else I have or questions that you don't want to ask here or whatever, it's literally locks the number 4 and knocks at Gmail. So I'm gonna make a better version of it. I'll pin it up on the board so that everybody could see that. But yeah, John, I got to get me on a caught up trade so I can get one of the new chips, man. And kind of what in my design, I was looking at. I had the 3 layers. It looks like you went for the full blown picture, like as opposed to lettering. I wanted to go with the QR code scan, but I don't have a URL yet, so that maybe I'll do that next chips. But yeah, if you're interested in any whatever chips or everybody could get stickers, somebody or somewhere, or for I got sticker guy, uh, graphics. I mean, that's I already gave Dave a shout out a bunch of times. Again, kind of simple stuff, but yeah, the people I'm rewarding today have been like my behind the scenes Patreons as far as Dave saw my first couple of videos. He does graphic design. He's like, hey, buddy, I love you to death. I can't let you have no intros to your YouTube video. So he made me, the intro and outro, Knox Locks, and stuff like that. Like when I couldn't afford the chips, and Little Shannon lent me some money so I could grab them. It was hard to grow at once, 3-pack locks, a couple hundred in chips, order a decent Vorax kit, and you're staring down almost $500. I mean, it can go down quick. So, again, all right, summing up today's giveaway. All right, I got the kicks picks to demonstrate my. Oh, hold on. While Joe, John, either of you guys are here, uh, the rules of YouTube. For the thing that I wanted to do, where if I had a tablet with Lock Noob's hand frozen on it like that from his 100,000 giveaway from or 100,000 subscriber thing from last week, and he's holding the kicks picks. I have it on a tablet, and I reach behind it and I pull out my pick. Am I allowed to do that? Like, is that copyright infringement? Like, I wouldn't want to, have a problem with Lock Noob or anybody else for that matter. And I don't know the exact rules and you know copyright infringements and stuff like that. I shot him a message. Maybe it's only like 3 hours ago. I've been streaming for 2 hours, so yeah, only like an hour before I've been streaming. So just like 3 hours ago. But I mean, I would really like to use that in my video, but like I said, I wouldn't want any kind of trouble from YouTube or Lock Noob or anybody else for that matter. But I just think it'd be a really cool visual demonstration of the question that I'm asking you. So if you were able to pick, or if you were able to select any pick and the ability to use it to open any lock, but then you could never use a key, or the ability to create any key using like Lishi style cutters, universal key, to get in any door at any time on site. You could see what the bidding is, cut it, but then you could never use the pick. I know a normal person that's not into lock sporting would have no idea what the hell I'm even talking about as far as Lishi keys, cuttings, or pickings. They just prefer to use their normal old house keys. I mean, to us, I thought that's kind of an interesting question. I mean, lock sporting. So let's see. I'm pretty much got it together here. I think that's giveaway style. I mean, my plan is this. Okay, I had 9 things to give away. So that was 8 practice locks, right? And then the grand finale being a complete bare bones kit. Pack of Jimmy Longs. You get to pick whether you want flat or rounded. And then the Knox Locks 100 red. Only 3 people in the world got these prototype ones because the ones I'm getting after this have the URL. So me and John Locke have a black one, the 2 original black ones, and then the celebratory 100 red YouTube button color. The purpose of this guy. So After that, hopefully, anyone after this will have the Knox Locks YouTube URL on the side. So this will be the last of the prototype runs. But oh, that's another thing I gotta remember to bring up. Okay, I know a lot of you higher up guys aren't going to be interested in practice locks. So I have a Medico, and I have where'd it go? I have an American Lock 5200 that it's got a glitch in the matrix right now as far as key wise. It does not want to open. Well, it'll open with the key. It won't open to being picked. So I'm open to giving it away as long as that person can tell me, hopefully, after they open it, what's wrong with it. Let's see. Yeah, again, don't forget anybody that's lagging on the PandaFrog action, man, because that could be happening real soon. Okay, then after that, I got robbed. I got to mail out 3 things today. I got legless lock pickers, stickers, and chips. I have Dave's winnings right here for as much as I enjoy picking locks, I feel that it would be rather inconvenient to have to pick every lock that you encounter and never use keys again. No, absolutely, dude. That's why everything comes with a downside. But would you also want to have to cut a leashy key every time you open the door? Like that's the all. Would you rather pick it or leashy it? Like the leashy cut, a universal blank, and you just have to cut them every time. Could I say challenge accepted? Yeah, boy. Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yes. You get to keep the keys for future use. You can make copies for your friend. You could sit there for one night and cut 100 copies, and not have to cut them again for a minute. But you do have to cut one. You do have to have a fresh one to enter the door. So it's at your convenience when you want to do it, man. If you want to do 20 and carry 20 keys on you, or 200, that's on you. Yes, that you're allowed to do that. But no, you're not allowed to go to Home Depot, hand them one, and be like, "Give me back 500." No, you have to cut it yourself or pick it yourself. There's an interesting YouTube channel. Well, see, that's I was gonna go with pick two, and then because I'm a bit of a gambling man, someone else made a good point. I try to make a lot of bar money off of that. Meaning, if I knew like that how to pick anything on site, I'd do the jukebox. I'd do the whatever they would allow. I'm not going to walk behind a bar and oh, I could do this. Yeah, you're going to go to jail. Goodbye. No, no, not at all. I'm just saying if one was able to entice someone else into a bet, I'd be a betting man to whatever, open something up. I mean, to think of it on site and literally, I'm thinking like talking Matrix style. How like I don't know, you've seen the original Matrix. All of a sudden, Keanu Reeves like, I know kung fu, and he's like, show me, and then they fight. Kind of like that. You literally never seen a lock. Boom! Oh, that's a biaxial medical. I could do it, and you're right through it. I thought that was an interesting question. I watched a show on YouTube. Uh, They Will Kill You is the name of the channel. And it's just when things go wrong. It's like when selfies go wrong, like this chick falls off a cliff because she's trying to take a selfie and literally the wind blew her off a cliff. Anyways, at the end of every episode, they have a would you rather thing. And it's normally outrageous or crazy. Would you rather sleep in a haunted house or sleep in a cell with whatever crazy criminals still alive that they have out there. They just have crazy scenarios that you most likely wouldn't want to have to do either. But if you had to do, which one would you? So that's why I kind of came up with this. I was like, what's a good one for lockpicking? That would you rather? And I'm not for if you're gonna have a superpower. Every superpower has a weakness. Every Superman gotta have a kryptonite. So after you get the amazing picking power, you lose the keys. You get the amazing, and the other, I guess you could say, Matrix inspired character, the Keymaker guy from like the Matrix 2 or 3. I don't remember if it's Revolutions or anyways, the key maker guy goes up to any door and this is the key, and literally just opens it up to a whole nother parallel universe on the other side of the door. But I thought that was just an interesting little side thing. I try to do things from left field, man. You know, a lot of this whole, uh, there's not much to lock picking in the sense that once you have the basic concept and theory down, and especially, I'm talking very basic stuff here, dude. You know what I mean? The highest pay grade I have on here are things I can't even pick, which are the Medico that I'm giving away for people who the practice lock, is not worth I'm not saying it's not worth it, but they'd have more interest in the Medica. And then I've been toying around with I always toy around with this at the guard. It's the only dimple lock pick I have. And I won that dimple lock from Lock Sport Viking. And man, I love that thing. The only thing is I'm afraid I'm going to break it in here. Like it gets caught up in the dimples in here, like the flag gets stuck, and it's a homemade one. I love homebrew gear. I really do. Like having the human touch and on making things. I just find it more interesting. And anyway, he made a phenomenal job. Awesome. Like really, like I don't know if he made it on a. Oh man, I can't. I want to say a glaive, but that's not the right word. I want to say it's the lathe, but it's literally shaved down perfect, like a multi-pick one, only without the rubber things around it. But it's really, really nice. Here, I have it right here, actually. Like I said, I was just messing with the guard. And I mean, for home brew, and I mean, if you felt how light this thing is, and it's got a, see, as long as it appears from my camera, at least as long as I block out the background, then you can see the front ground. But as long as there's letters, it'll focus on the letters. Well, sorry, I had to. Yeah, parts you can still image from another video in a transformative way without being an issue. Oh, you can, Joe. Okay, okay. Because that's all. I mean, yeah, I don't want, I wouldn't want to A, piss Lock New Ball or anybody off, and then B, I sure as hell wouldn't want to strike from YouTube for some violations when all I'm trying to do is entertain, like. Oh, nice, dude. I got something lined up. Like I said, it was either going to be for Joe or for Thumper. Last time me and Joe talked about it on Instagram, uh, Joe had something lined up for somebody down the pipe, so he's going to need a minute. But yeah, what I showed you right here, whether it's going to John or Thumper's, whichever one's available and willing. Uh, yeah, this Sergeant Asa Abloy, baby. No, there's no sidebar or nothing like that. I can't, not that good yet. But what I did just get done doing is the threading. When I made John was, like I said, my first challenge lock. So I had to go out and buy like I said, I'm going to end up making a video how not to make a challenge lock because of things I watched up on YouTube and shortcuts and how to um, thread chambers with Allen's, with grub screws and a T-handle. No, don't do that, man. Spend whatever, 25, $30. Get like a real tap and a real, for real. It's stupid not to, especially if this is something you're going to do. But yeah, I was working on threading these cores, and then wow, that's horribly unfiltered. I mean, there you go. That's a little better. I can take the key. There's no pins in there. No point. But yeah, what I like about these sergeants, I have two of them. This one's obviously been out in the field. It's been dirty and beat up. But when I show you this other one in a second, man, this thing's like a Swiss clock, dude. Like it is. If I had to pick a lock to guard my house, this would probably be. This one right here, the real Sergeant Asa Abloy. when I tell the weight of the keys alone turns this thing. Like literally, it spins just from the weight of the key, and real good bidding. And when I tell you this thing is, it's just butter. Like literally, there's no force needed. No, it feels like it's greased. I mean, it's this thing. I'd say if I had, you know, a lock that I had to put my security on the line with, it'd probably be this one. Some of you that might know better might be like, no, Knox the Medico. But no, honestly, I think this one, the Sergeant. Anyway, I can't find the other. Again, if you didn't like the practice locks, there's the Medico for trade, and then I have another American Lock 5200, that guy. But the one that I'm offering out, it's not that it's broken, the key works fine. Somebody's trying something funny with it. Here it is, it's all behind the stickers. And I'd really like somebody, like I said, above my pay grade to help me, not help me figure it, if they could figure it out and even just tell me. It's got something funny in there. Like, it's like a flat cut all the way across, with the exception of that one pin. And when I stick a pick in there, yeah, it's funny and crunchy. Like I said, it does work. It does work with the key, but pickability, and because it's a key retaining, I said when I try to unscrew it, I can't get the plate off of it because the key's in the way, and I can't pick it, and I can't see inside of it what's wrong. So this is one of the ones I would consider up there with black belt if you can get this bitch open. So that's one of the ones for trade. Okay, so we got the Medico for trade, and then we got the American Lock and the Pack Lock. Okay, everything like that's front and center. Yes, it is. Okay, like I said, I added 9 giveaways. Like I said, I did 2 for patrons. So this one's for Dave. I have another one for Rob. They're taken care of. So I said, literally out of my 100 people, I said there seems to be only about a 10% like involvement rate with giveaways. So if I only have 10 people, like I said, I'm giving away 9 things. That stands a pretty good chance you're gonna win one. You know what I mean? Like seriously, that's really not bad. And like I said, I'm just judging on what I've seen in other contests. Not just any one person's. All across YouTube. I was trying to look at other things I could possibly. Like here, here's the Medico that I have for me that I'm saving on to. Like I said, these all came from the same door, from a pharmacy that was getting torn down in town. This was what they used in their steel door to guard their medicine. Well, hold on, Mylock. That's what awesome. Somebody could talk to me about this. Cool. This is what I tried, and then maybe you can tell me how I can get past this. What the heck did I just do with it now? Okay. This is what happens. Okay. I undo the screw, right? And then when I flip it back over, like the screw's out. There is no screw in there. The thing that catches is out. That metal plate that's right there, like the screw's out, just that metal retaining plate, it has a little tuck in the lip right underneath here, right? And because it's key retaining, I can't get the core of the lock out. I already took the bolt out. I done everything, so it sits there, and then it's technically locked in the lock by the key, or it's wedged between the the shielding of the, you know what I mean, the outside shielding, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to get it open, or how to even see what's inside of it. Like I said, I pop the key, I open it, undo the screw, but then I can't get it. You know what I mean? Like there's no way to get it past this metal part once I take the screw out, because the key has to be in it. And I mean, when you stick, I don't even want to do stick picks in there. Hold on. Now seriously, there's something funky in here. There you go, dude. Thank you. You're okay. You're right. If I take the screw out, when I pop that closed, that should do it. Okay. Wow, dude. Major sense of community, Mylock. Thanks, man. Honestly, not. I'm not a big Reddit dude. You know what I mean? I don't really go to Reddit too much for help, and I don't really. So like that was me asking for help. I've been sitting on this lock for fucking months, and yeah, dude. Okay, I'm gonna try that after the show. That's gonna be my afternoon. Yeah, okay. If I remove that and close that, I won't. I could be able to pull the key out and hopefully the whole thing with it. Oh man, thanks, dude. All right, that's something I'm gonna work on. But regardless, I have, even if this becomes a pet project, when I got it, I got two. So I still got one to give away for somebody else. That one works normal, no malfunctions. So I still have one for the giveaway, but that's awesome. That I want to try to solve this on my own. But I still have, like I said, I still have one. So for the higher ups, like I said, the higher up belts. I mean, obviously, it's always cool to play with new toys. So you got some, a kit of bare bones to go for at the end. You got some Jimmy Longs, your choice between flat or round. You got a pack lock. You got a Medico, and then you got a American lock. I mean, I get it. Playing with sledge and it can only go for, so long. So so far so long. But yeah, dude, I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, for today's thing, I'm probably gonna let it run for about 2 weeks, and then when I did the math on it, I'm like, oh man, dude, if I have like seriously eight good giveaways, and I'm doing it every 2 weeks, that's 16 weeks. I was like, wow, hold on, that means I'm going to like October. So then I was kind of thinking I might hit markup with bare bones with this. Maybe we could do a cool kind of Halloween themed ultra mega end of it all giveaway. I mean, I know I got like a full advanced kit and all that I'm doing for my own run, but maybe after that's done, Halloween's my favorite holiday. That's the day of the year I celebrate. So that's I'd like to do something like that. When I saw the amount of time, I was like, okay, if I do this every 2 weeks, because I want to have enough time for a person to either claim their prize. So I said, you have a choice. You know what I mean? If you want to pick a worm rake and um, the forest diamond, as long as they're there, that's up to you until there's no more picks left. So I don't want to leave as much choice to you know what I mean, to the viewer, to the person picking. It's possible. So I got, like I said, I had two things of butcher blocks, two full advanced kits. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know what other thing I got. Ooh, I got you top. Ooh, don't want to knock that over. Tops and bottom of keyways, plug followers. Uh, yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's see. I just don't want, like I said, I have the two clear locks one. Let me pull one of those up too, just so that if anybody literally, like my buddy Dave here, I'm glad he decided to go with the solid rock and trust me on that. As much as I understand his wanting to go with the clear lock, like, dude, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You're gonna outgrow the clear lock so fast in the sense of, I mean, I get it. It does form the muscle memory, so at least you get used to, nudging your way down the lock, and I guess the hand-eye coordination of seeing where you're nudging in the beginning. But for me, I mean, it's technically the same thing, I guess. But what helped a lot more was the sergeant's super nice. No, that's cool, Joe. Yeah, dude, those, like I said, if I had one house that I had, or one lock to defend my house, it would be that Sergeant Asa Aboy, the second one. But yeah, as far as my learning, uh, I outgrew these super quick. I mean, once I was able to realize you could pretty much stick any straight, even just a hook, a diamond down here, a half diamond, and it just opened. So it's good for learning theory. Like, okay, what is the plug? What is that? That actually all came with this one. Like, this was the first lock I had that I literally, stuck my pick on the pin. That's why when I say I in my head, I keep going over what I want to give a beginner today to kind of avoid the pitfalls I went into. So, like I said, my plug follower, that's so much easier to go in there. Where my first time, I didn't have a plug follower, so I did the old Bosnian Bill. You push it down with your pick, push the pin down with your pick, and you just spin it with your thumb. And well, guess what? That shoots across the room sometimes. It just happens. That's why I wanted to make sure in today's thing, in case somebody else does that. Even though I give them a plug follower, man, shit happens. So, they got extra steel spring and an extra pin for the retaining pin or whatever for the back. Uh, in case they want to, when they try to smarten it up. So do I, dude. In case you haven't noticed the skulls and everything. Yeah, dude, I love Halloween stuff too. Um, but yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I cover I'm trying to cover every little corner that they won't get caught up on. So, for example, where I'm glad I thought of the shim just before. So if you're watching Bosnian Bill and he's like, "Hey man, make sure you put that, Bill shims everything, dude." So just because for me, I feel with these guys, you don't really need a shim if you're using that plastic plug follower. Like this thing just sits in there because it's meant to be. It's literally designed to go in there. So it just works so perfect. Just for these, that's okay. But yeah, if you're gonna get in the habit and you want to create good habits, then you should be using the shim. So just that's something I thought of off the top of my head. Like what? Like, let me throw a shim in there. And I don't. I said I really don't use them myself, or if I do, mine are all cut from Sprite cans. Like I'm giving you guys ones that I bought from Sparrows. But the one I'm serious when I use shims for myself, whether I've only tried to shim padlocks twice, and to me, it's not that much fun. It's just kind of neat. Okay, I did it. I know that's how I could do it for certain ones, and that's it. But when I'm using them for locks, for that, so I just cut strips off of the ear. You know what I mean? I literally bought a pack of these just so I can divvy them up for people with their first locks. But again, just a case by case basis, I learned more from this vertical cut than I did from the top cut. So what was it that I learned was really about the pick placement, because in the vertical cuts you can literally see, what I mean, like where as your pick's walking its way down, what I mean, down the lock, you could literally see exactly what pin you're on, what pin's moving. Not saying you can't see on the top when you get to that pin, right? That's what I'm saying. Especially I'm not. Oh, you lose a big pin. Oh yeah, the follower. Okay. Yeah, see that I want to make sure if someone's learning either with me or from me, I learned this from, like, I play guitar. Okay. So if you learn with good habits, the habits stay with you. You know what I mean? So if you learn sloppy in guitar, and I guess this goes for anything else too, whether, martial arts or anything else, if you have bad form, from the jump, like it's not going to get better normally as you go. Like that's going to be your foundation. So if you learn bad, it's going to be real hard to correct later. So that's why I want to make sure, I give everybody, especially, people that never really touched a lock before. They watch Lock Picking Lawyer and maybe two or three other people. YouTube send them my way, on an algorithm, or they're doing enough research or something that they landed here, and they see my contest or one of you guys promoted it for me. And I just want to make sure if they're sitting there with one of these locks that, oh shit, I don't have a shim. No, dude, there you go. You got a shim right there. You got security locks. You got extra retaining pins. You got extra springs. You got extra, and then all I'm really doing is divvying apart two different rekeys, two different rekey kits. Yeah, exactly. Well, both Bosnian Bill. Okay, Lockpicking Lawyer drew me in the sense that totally unrelated. He's shooting 50 calibers through a padlocks on Demolition Ranch. That's what I found Lockpicking Lawyer. But then within two or three videos, I found to me like my realty Bosnian Bill. It was just, I don't know, his cool demeanor, his oh wow, dude, I'm jealous of that. Wow, wow, dude, that's awesome. You got a wow, an autographed fucking tuxedo kit. That's super cool, man. That is wow, dude. That yeah, I'm jealous of that one. Shit. Unfortunately, literally, maybe I got into 2 weeks worth, maybe 3 weeks worth of like the tribe enter, weekly giveaways, and then all of a sudden that's when the computer stopped being updated, and then shortly after that that's when he said goodbye for a while. Oh, the April Fool's one. Ah, that was a good one. Okay. See, that's all right. As I try to bring a sense of humor or entertain, you know what I mean? Education to me keeps my brain going, but I learn a lot better when I'm entertained. You know what I mean? So that's, and I mean, again, with locks, there's hard to come up with anything you haven't seen or heard before already, you know? I'm just reading, catching up on comments here. Hold on. Oh yeah, my lock. That would have fell into the drill protection, and like if it had the steel things for the anti-drill and those holes right next to them. Yeah, that lock would have been seized, dude. I don't even know how you would undo that. You know what I mean? Like there's no chamber to really drill out or pull anything out of like that. Yeah, whew, that did save you that. Like seriously, that shim saved you a whole lot. Bill stopped just after you started too. Okay. Yeah, as I said, I was able to get on there, and all of a sudden, when I saw the page wasn't updating anymore, the Lock Lab page, because it would normally update every week, and then I put an email out to him asking if it for a sticker or if it was okay if I printed a sticker if I was going to create a board, and I never heard back. And then uh, probably that weekend, Charles from the sports Lock Sportscast made the announcement on there, and it was like, well, actually, it was he made the announcement, but earlier that day. What was it, lock picking lawyer, lock noob, and whoever else came on there to say the goodbyes to them. That it was, but yeah, he was a really like one of my main teachers for sure. Oh yeah, Joe. No, I agree with you with the sense of community. That's what I found touching yesterday was like I said, my buddy Dave, who does my graphics here and helped me out creating this channel. He didn't know he won yesterday, so I had eight people for my Patreon thing. I just did like a little behind the scenes coin toss, basically for out of the eight to have two of them, two winners out of the eight. So it came down to my buddy Dave and Rob, and Dave has never touched a lock in his life. I taught Rob. He was interested a little bit in some raking and stuff. He'd never single pin picked yet. But anyways, when Dave popped in, it touched me how you guys welcomed him. Like right away, I was like, "Oh, that's the winner." I was like, "Hey, Dave, look at what you get," and I showed him right away. "Hey, welcome to the community. Don't for It's just like, wow, dude. I talked to him after the fact, and just to me, that was cool. That was real cool. Just how welcoming everybody was, and how I turn them on to Lockpickers United and to I mostly do Discord. I'm not a fan of Reddit. It has nothing to do with Lockpickers United. I obviously, I participate on the Discord side, but I don't like just Reddit in general. Oh yeah, quality content from Bosnian Bill, man. He's got like literally 1,800 videos or 1,400 videos, something like that. And I mean, even if you want to divide them into thirds, of being like, well, a third of them are reviews, a third of them are challenge locks, and then a third of them are like him teaching or whatever. Dude, that's a lot. 600 videos of each one of the things. I just, each one of the, that's a lot, dude. That's a lot. I'm saying all of us kind of have with a firm grip understand. In a way, there's only so much. Like, how many times are you going to show how to thread a chamber? How many times can you counter a mill? And for me, one of my favorite of Bosnian bills, like for me, where I like to binge watch on a subject. So if I'm doing challenge locks, Bosnian Bill Psychological Warfare 1 and 2. That's great. So like how he goes, even misdirection. I'm a fan of magic and stuff like that, and until I lost my dexterity in my hands. But I love how he uses misdirection. So he's like, oh, we're gonna start off with a quick set, and that's to let him think there's nothing good inside it, and then he just breaks it down and builds it up, and it's like a totally different lock by the end of it between the counter milling and the threaded chambers and stuff. That was interesting, and like I said, I like the misdirection of the brand, and then I go to DMAC, and man, when you see DMAC's part 1 and 2 making challenge locks, to me that was next level. Not that Bill couldn't. Bill was trying to do it for everybody. That was okay. This is how it's done. This is counter mill. This is what it is. And with DMAC's video, again, yes, it was instructional, but wow, was it in depth? It was just for me blew my. I had to watch it so many times. I don't know if he ever checks his analytics, but there must have been a couple week window period. Yo, who's watching my channel? I got like wow 25 views today on a 6-month-old video, and that's just me on. Oh, how do I do that? Oh, Joe, yeah, I just showed that off. I'll be happy to show it off again when I won that Nessie from him. These are D-Max pins right here, and I keep them on my board. That's where I got. I'm gonna grab my tweezers real quick. In John Locke's thing, the trap I tried to get him with was right there. That's just ball bearings from D-Mac, but the most impressive one. Hold on, I had it right before. I want to get closer. I really want to get this for you. Man, the job he does with key pins, like right there. I want to try to get it in. Dude, the serrations in this. There you go. There you go. That's good color. Okay, right. That's good clarity. How deep that is, man. You are not pushing that up from anywhere. And then even I have he's nice enough to give me. There's my challenge lock I'm creating, the Press Your Luck. I require T-pins and wafers. He was nice enough to give me those. And then where's his rattlesnakes? I'm trying to look through. Okay, I'm gonna bring that to the middle. Here's one spool that he made, or I don't even a serrated spool. I guess would be more the proper term. But then when I show you these rattlesnakes, man, I mean he has his own video that shows him picking them, but oh come on, there you go, man. The rings on this thing. So if I had these 3 pins in my lock between the sharpness of this one, like if you get that in a rut between the Bible and the core, forget about it. There, in between the plug and the Bible, look at how many cuts there are. So I mean that's all day. Here, this one's cut in such a way that it's definitely a serrated, but it has a T-pin effect. I'm not going to mess with it. There's a little tiny T-pin edge at it on the bottom of it. Anyways, the point is, it'd be real hard to set your pick on top of it. There we go. Now it's back in focus. But if you could see the end of that one, no, that's fucking up. Anyways, it's real hard to put your pick on, but you can see these work. And this last rattlesnake right here, man, I just put that in the cutaway I just showed you, and you want to talk about frustrations, man. I had to stop only because I didn't want to break the pin. He was nice enough to give me 2 when I won the Nessie from him. Because I'm a fan. I watched the videos. I asked if there's any way I can get 1. When he said yeah, I was like, is there any way I could pay you for 2? I'd be happy to pay you. And he's no problem, dude. I got you. And he was nice enough to include it. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody in the community have been super nice to me. And as far as when I've had a lot of questions to ask when I was making John's lock, I almost want to take this apart. I might do this. I'm still going from last night's streaming, 2.5 hours. But I really want to show how not to make a challenge lock. And that lock's inside of here. And I still have the dog tag chain, so I could still set the traps that would show what John should have fallen into. But Oh, and here's for my the deciding coin for the. I said I'm going to have the toss of the bones giveaway where that's going to be a dice challenge, and then like I said, I never heard anybody winning a coin toss 16 times in a row. So again, if I only have 10% of my people sign up, so that's only going to be 10 people. However, if there's multiple entries per person, so if I can get it up to 3 or more per person, then we could honestly do like a head-to-head thing. Etsy is a dead Kennedy. I mean, it's supposed to be a Kennedy $50 with a shot and his skull's all sticking out. And it's all. It kind of think he has a mohawk from the picture, but that's not what it is. It's whatever. Fake. Not counterfeit money, but whatever. Anyways, that's the deciding coin around here. The coin of fate. Like who wins what? Decided by the dead Kennedy. And I thought it goes good with the skulls and the theme of the channel. Oh, something else. I can't believe I forgot to bring this up for ever. If someone doesn't want to wait for the giveaway, there is. Hold on, there was two things. What was it? One of them, if you want to right now win, like I want it now, Knox. If you have a Sparrows coin, I'll give you the setup. I'm not giving you Dave's setup in front of you. I'm saying, do you want that win? I will trade for one Sparrows coin one time. That's a Make-A-Wish Sparrows coin, and I get that for you. I was trying to think what the hell was the other one that I came up with something else good that was only somebody that's kind of involved with lock picking would have. That's not exactly something you find. It'll come to me in a minute. Well, I was trying to, where I live, a lot of everything you have to do is uh, proven. You're not believed. It's a very what's funny. People in comments have told me I talk like Tony Soprano, and that's fine for where I live. That was filmed right in my backyard. So I love hearing. Oh yeah, you want Sparrows coins too? What's funny, I see some places are flooded with them. And it's like, oh, dude, I got like 3 or 4 of them, and it's like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden, there's other places droughts, and I even tried to make deals with Sparrows, and they're like, nah, sorry, man. I was like, when I ordered my Vorax kit, I was like, hey, listen, I'm about to pull the trigger on like a $200 order between the Vorax, the practice locks, the sphere, the revolver. Like that was my big all-in first time purchase there. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy all this. I understand I only bought the hookers before. And here's the catch of it all. I believe I got a coin when I bought that first thing of hookers, just the hookers and attention wrenches. When I came in, my dog was sick and I had to let him out. I put the package on the table. I came back in. I put everything that was in the package on the table, but the package was still there before I went out. In the meantime, someone came in and threw everything out. Not my stuff, but the packaging. I swear there was still something metal in there, but I ripped that garbage apart and I never found it. So I don't know whether it was there or whether it was not, but I know there was something else still in there that never showed up. So they get my order and they're like, fuck this guy. Well, hold on. I wonder that because people that do have gotten Sparrows coins, and I believe I want to say it was Cranky. I asked a couple people. I asked like, when you got that, was it your first order? And he's like, yeah, what? And it's like, that's it. They get you on that first order. Like, oh, there's this cool coin. Like it's pirate treasure. If you're getting into lock picking, like just getting into it, it's almost like they feed you a piece of treasure to like, you know, make you drool. I want to use the right word. When you're drooling with saliva, so they want you drooling with for their gold to go. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got Sparrows coins, and I want to go pick locks now. Like, let's go. Yeah, that's that. And the whole creation of my thing, I couldn't afford PandaFrog's coins. Like PandaFrog at the time had the really nice brass. I don't know if he still does them. I'm not sure, but he had the really nice brass, like military style challenge coin. You see people like the VFW. They have the military you know, their platoon they were in, their battalion, whatever they're calling. It was like that style metal. You know what I mean? Brass, bronze, whatever it was. A little bit of research, those can go between 10, 20, $30 a coin. And you have to have them pressed to like 50 or 100. Yeah, I don't. Sorry, man, I don't have that type of money, and not whatever. So, like I said, and just riffing off with Dave. Dave came up with my helped me come up with my graphics. These are I had to ask. Well, I had to. I actually thank Mark from Bare Bones for bringing this up to me when I was launching my channel, and I was asking him a couple questions, and I showed him a picture because he made me the sticker that it shows the femur bone. It's my logo, but with his Bare Bones femur handles. And when I did that, he was like, "Hey, Knock, can I ask you a question?" He was like, "Are those sparrows picks?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, absolutely." He's like, "Did you ever ask sparrows?" You know, I'm not trying to start nothing, but like, so right away, you know what? I shot an email to sparrows, and right away, like the man, I don't remember. I uh, I got a response within like 2 seconds, and it was like, "I absolutely have no problem with this. Enjoy and good luck with the channel." It was like, "Oh wow, all right, cool." Because I already sent my thing to Pack Block. I was like, "Oh man, if Sparrows hits me now and is like, that's our thermal handle clip grips, man." Like, no, no, that's no good. Like, I mean, no, it's only 3 locks, but I mean, I was kind of all in at that point. Oh wow, okay, cool. I've gotten stickers. I've been I've asked for a couple. There's one I wanted to give away with this giveaway, which I'm going to, which is the big sticker pack that this one came in. It's like a big one of that one. So I have that I'm going to give away. Like I said, there's a couple little, and they're small things, you know, stickers or stuff like that I have that I'm just going to kind of sneak on the giveaway. And that's the stickers being one of them. But really, I mean, for the most part, I want it to be about the training of locks, and you know, I really just want to make sure I don't want to overlook something so stupid and small that can, like I said, you know, I'm just glad I thought of the back pin, you know, the extra spring in the back pin. Just, you know, the one stupid little mistake, and you're really getting into lock sporting, and here you are trying to change a core, and all of a sudden, whoops, and now you're shut down until Sparrows can get something for you in a week. You know what I mean? So, no, like I want to make sure like Knox got you covered on that. I mean, at this point, I don't know what else more I can give you. You know what I mean? As far as from followers, plugs, springs, locks, cores, top of keyway, bottom of keyway, Z wrenches, pick pads, the picks, the chips, stickers. I mean, literally, I mean, I'm sitting here 2 hours and 42 minutes, and I can't think of anything else that really, as a guy sitting there watching Bosnian Bill before I had anything in my hands, what did I wish was there? And really, I mean, I could say the revolver now. I mean, you're not getting my revolver, but I mean, second to that, a lock so I could learn what he was trying to teach me through the TV. So, I mean, if I could provide that with somebody else, to me, that's awesome. I mean, I don't expect them to stay glued to my channel. No, my God, there's a million people. Go learn. Check in with me every couple of weeks, and holy shit, Knox. Now I could do spool pins. Now I could do serrated. Now I'm moved on to real mortise thing. You know, whatever. You know, we're making handles. That's where I only have one homebrewed pick of my own. Where the heck is that? I really kind of shit's messy up here. It's just I just popsicle sticks. That's all it is with shrink wrap. Not anything special whatsoever. I mean, that's my first step in the journey of pick making. The next one is going to be crafting. I have my own idea for what I would like to see, and I show it in my pick progression video. Um, it's a little bit like the monkey's paw and the kicks profile. It's just I guess kind of like a double diamond. I'll even show it to you now. The point of what I'd like to see is not that somebody hasn't invented it. No, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I would just like to see how it feels to pick a lock with such a thing. And it's just a matter of taking the hook one and the gem, and when you press them together, they make kind of a unique profile. Well, I'm just looking for my, there it is. Looking for my hook one. before I start my stream too, I'm gonna put or before I do the video, I'm gonna put a pick sticker up there. Okay. But my idea, what I would like to do, and I have a bare bones blank, and then I have a Peterson had a sale on blanks. But basically, the idea for the tip, I want to see, it's basically another notched idea. And really here it's all about the angle too, because that's the whole point of creating it. Now, how am I going to show this off? Oop. My God. I got it. There you go. Okay. That is very close to what I'm trying to do. And come on. Because it's trying to read the letters in the background. Man, it almost kind of looks like a teardrop profile. But the point is, oh, come on, focus. That'd be perfect. Nope. Oh, okay. Oop. Yeah, that's it. That's the point right there. So it has a little tiny notch just like that. And now if I show you the monkey's paw and I show you the kicks, well, I just let it, here's the kicks. The kicks actually has a really long, like ET or monkey finger coming out of the paw. Like that part of the profile. That part's actually really long. And if you compare to the monkey's paw, which I have right here, it's very small. So, not just to be like, well, here's a small, here's a large, I'm going to make a medium. Well, yes, that's kind of a true part, but no. If just like how if you look at the kicks in comparison, that's a different profile. That little tiny, well, Knox, it's only a hair. That hair is a different profile. Like that, when you're going up into the pick, to the lock, where that's millimeters, literally thousandths of an inch or tens of thousands of an inch make a difference. Excuse me. That's a much deeper notch and a much longer tip than the monkey's paw. So in a way, while they're both notched picks, to me, they are different profile. While they're very, very, very similar in ideas and execution, they are different. Like I said, Kick sent me a video today because he watched my thing last night, and when I absolutely love this one. I just have to get used to it because I'm afraid. Like to me, this is like my rat yoke. Okay, I don't have money, I don't have whatever, and I've never had a custom pick made. So the way I'm used to picking is, with these guys, is choked up. So I choke up like that, and it's very uncomfortable. That's why I like the bare bones, and I like the femur handles. I can relax my hands. With this, I'm all cramped up, and it's all with the kicks picks. You have the. I want to try to give you a good. It rests nice, and I could even slide it. Look at that, and it fits perfect. All I have to do is trust, and I want to show you the video. He showed me a video of him smacking this with a hammer on the edge of a thing, and dude, it doesn't bend. And like the little bit he bent it right back. And he's like, dude, Knox, you don't have to worry. The point I was saying is when you're not choked up on it. So when I have it relaxed in my hand, and I feel so comfortable, dude. All the weight is on these, or it feels like it's on these front pins that's holding the whole thing together. You know what I mean? So it is full tang. It is all, hand carved. It's fucking beautiful. As I push, I'm just afraid as that bends that's just gonna snap, or that pin's gonna break, or that. And so I guess I told Kicks I just need a second to get, I need some time to get used to it, because while it's choked up, I'm not utilizing it to the best of its advantage. I might as well be using those ones. So to get in the relaxed form, I just have to trust the pick. Like I'm just so afraid, snap, and then there go. And when he showed me what he showed, like literally, he's taking a mallet, smack, 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 and it's like, wow, dude, he beat that to death, and it straightened right back out. Well, first of all, it barely didn't even bend, and then straightened. It's like, dude, he's like, trust me, and then, I like how he's like, well, Knox, what size would you like? I mean, widths. So I was like, to me, 24 is a little thick, 15's thin. Like, how about something between 18 and 20? And that's exactly 19. So, I mean, like, hey, make me something between 18 and 19. Okay, boom, 20. I'm sorry, maybe something between 18 and 20. Okay, boom, 19. I mean, like, literally, he hit everything perfect. So, I mean, I just have to, put more practice in. That's all, the man hours. And then as I start to practice with it, I notice, as you see, it's there in a choked up style. It's starting to get more and more as it sweeps around. I just have to trust it. And I've only had it 2 days now, and I'm just afraid to break it. That's all I said. To me, this is my rat yoke, man, because I doubt I'll ever be able to afford a real rat yoke. And to me, Kix did a wonderful job. And just in case you didn't see, here, I'll show you the other couple ones he did for me. I'll pick something for you. I haven't picked something in a little bit. All right, when Kix made a video, and this was something he had in the background, and I messaged him, and that's what kind of two things started a line of communication. One was I saw he had this Phoenix handle, and I really wanted to try it with my mangled hands. And when I was watching the video for that, he had this in the background, and I believe he had made that. Yeah, dude, he uses whatever type of steel. It is super tough stuff, dude. That's what. So this is a handcrafted, a homebrewed one that wasn't meant for sale. But what I like about it is, honestly, it's super natural grip. Like, okay, first of all, it's so long. When I say so long, that's not bad. That's so long, good. It's so long, it fits naturally in my hand the way it should, even choked up, like it's comfortable. And then, hey, what's happening, Steve? Thanks for joining us, man. So now, like I said, that's choked up. So if I want to relax, no matter where I put it, how these little, it looks like maybe he just went like this, like with his thumb, over and over and over and over and over. But each one of those little notches or rivets or whatever, it just makes it so this thing is comfortable in your hand, no matter where you angle it or how you hold it. You know what I mean? And for not being something elaborate like a Phoenix style, whatever. I like this a lot. I like this. Just first of all, it's super light. It's made out of epoxy. This is like a glue handle, epoxy handle. But just the way those little, whatever lumps are or finger imprints, and then especially if I want to go full relaxed grip, that sits perfectly. You know what I mean? Right in the arc of my thumbs. So, I mean, just this wasn't made for me. This was one he already had made in the background. So he's nice enough at my request to part with that. Custom made the Kix picks, and then oh, sorry about that. And then I requested a quad peak with the Phoenix handle. And when he was making the first one again in 19,000, said I wanted something between 18 and 20. He was making me this one, and he said, unfortunately, stop paying attention for a second, and that happened. So he showed me, sent me a picture of it, and it was just the very end of the wood in the back of the pin split. So where he had put the pin in, just that little part, and so he was nice enough. He just shaved it, cut it a little short. And he was nice enough just to include this as a gift. So ultimately, I have the completed set at 19,000, and then for 23,000, the one that he had already made that was sitting in the background, and then the one that he clipped the handle. But as I have a complete, what I consider a complete set, a hook and a rake. So I have a complete set for 23,000, and then a complete set for 19. And again, for the 19, these are both, and you can really tell he does custom sand these. I mean, these are not identical. I mean, they're similar. I mean, they're the same profile, But I mean, if I was to take out my micrometer and measure things, I mean, you could probably already tell from sight this bottom one, the rake, is a lot thicker when it comes to where you're actually grabbing it. The kicks one, he's taking a lot of time to round and to slim down the way that you'd hold it in your hand. And then even I want to try to put these side by side. You can kind of see how the pigeon tails, or I guess phoenix tails in this case, are done. And I mean that's I like that. That's the way the curve sits and literally it rests in your hands like that. That's kind of the whole thing behind it. But I mean I dig it, dude. I like these a lot. These are my only custom picks, but I love these. I said it's just gonna take me a little bit of practice to fully trust the tang of the weight. You know what I mean? I just don't want to pop it. And not that I haven't even broke a pick. I've just bent a couple sparrows from let's see my main pouch right here. A couple shallow hooks that hold on, I don't want to crowd my crowd my whole table up again. I was getting it all slimmed down for the giveaway announcement thing, but yeah, like you can see on my sparrows things like that's been bent over so many wardings and so many whatever. That's I still love it. Still one of my favorite, the basic short hook from sparrows. But I mean, yeah, a few of them are getting wear and tear, and I had to bend them back. Oops, sorry for the camera shaking. Uh, let's see. Yeah, something else that came this week. I should. Everybody else got theirs. That well, at least anybody that ordered them. The Lockpickers United. Uh, Numbered picks. This year they did the Southward deep hook. So I like the support. Lockpickers United from simple stickers. So I guess from simple stickers to I know you can't see what I got going on behind the scenes over here, so I'm gonna bring it in front of the scenes and show you, I guess. But I got a couple different Lockpicker United shirts. All right, that's a. I got the shirts. I got the pick. And they didn't go through with making the hats. There wasn't enough orders for the hats. So I wouldn't mind a hat. But yeah, that's what I like to support Lockpickers United as far as for what they do, even creating a community to gather around. I don't mind supporting them at all. Something else I love about bare bones that I haven't brought up. I'm just looking at my plate behind the scenes. Um, let's see, where did I just put my monkey's paw at? The length of their actual picks. I want to compare it to Peterson for you. And okay, good. These both have kind of similar hook one profiles. So this is the real Peterson hook one made by Peterson. And then this is bare bones from the Ultimate kit. And let me take this blue thing off of there. If you look at them, from the handle perspective, it's only about a skull's length longer. In real life, a quarter of an inch. But trust me, dude, when I tell you that quarter of an inch really does make a difference in how it rests in your hands. You see how that's Peterson's. I mean, it touches the part of my hand, but again, I'm choked up on it. Or with the bare bones, I'm still choked up, but I just like having that extra control on the back. I got large hands, and then even with the tang, full tang on the thing, they're longer than most picks. So again, it might only be a quarter of an inch, not even. But if you got a quarter of an inch on the front, a quarter inch on the back, that's a half inch longer pick. So both in the picking department and in the handle department. And then if you hold them sideways, you can see it's almost double width. So their printed handles are almost like, not quite, but almost like two Petersons wedge. You know what I mean? They're about. I mean, you can honestly see that. Yeah, it's about double. But I mean, it gives you something to hold on to. Like I really love the bare. But to me, bare bones handles are phenomenal. I mean, from what I showed you, as far as just haven't gotten, like I said, in the last 2 days, to me, this is like paradise perfect. And the reason I say that is that's the happy medium between multi-pick and bare bones femur handles. So, except for if you ask me what would be my, go to if I, gun to my head, I got to pick a lock as fast and as good as I can or whatever that type thing. I would honestly, and it's about the way it feels. So in a way, it doesn't matter. Like I said, this is one's a multi-pick and one's from Lock Picking Lawyers, Covert Instruments set. Right, they're both quad peaks. They're both the same. Oh, let me put my kit down for a second. Show it to you proper. They both have that same sandwiched metal thing. The main difference is one's like $20 for a pick. That's an exaggeration, but seriously, like 10, $12 a pick, and one's like $20 a set. And really, I'm talking basics here. And Lock Picking Lawyer knows his shit. He gives you two quads and a short and a medium hook. I'll tell you what, dude, I'll probably get you like 90% of stuff that you're gonna get through in the beginning of picking. Like, anyways, point being, with that style handle, to me, that gives the most amount of feedback and is amazing. However, like, you don't have to deal with the plastic, that metal on metal. You just feel every click and bump. But I can only do that for maybe 15 minutes before, because I don't have the support of the handle or the width of it even, my hands cramp really bad, dude. So as good as the pick is no good if I can't pick myself. You know what I mean? So if I got whatever, my carpal tunnel or whatever the hell you want to call it, that's bothering up my wrists, if that's what it is, okay, use a multi-pick for 15 minutes, then can't pick again for another 20 minutes or whatever until I chill out, or use something like a femur handle, and it doesn't bother my hand at all. And I kind of went over, there's just that little bit of a wiggle room. And to me, I mean, this is great, but if you really were, dollar down, or you had the money to spend, a happy medium of those two worlds, meaning the large width. I mean, granted, you don't get the pencil part of it, but to have that same metal, like that multi-pick, all metal style feedback, and still have, like, you know what I mean, a decent amount of handle in your hand, so you're not choked up like that, and you don't get the cramps. Like, literally, these are the very, very happy medium. The feedback on these are phenomenal. I can't stress it enough. They're like multi picks, and really with the with the quality and size of the handle, to me, that's they're pricey. Look at the steel, and they come perfect. I mean, literally. I mean, I'm gonna do a whole thing for law locks, but just to give an example, I just reached out to Andy. I was like, "Hey, I just heard of your product. I've seen some reviews. Is it cool if I check them out?" And he gave me a discount code. And, thanks for reaching out. Here you go. And you're off. Okay. Yeah, thanks for coming by, Mylock, dude. Definitely check out my video later on, and make sure you comment to enter, dude. So, yeah, dude. To me, these are the happy spot. Like, literally, I could probably go a lot longer session with. I've only had them a couple days, but literally, money well spent in my eyes already, and I haven't even really got to test them yet. The part I was bringing up for the handles, finish it, bring it home though. For the Petersons, I said, all right. I guess everybody to a certain degree kind of sees Sparrows or Petersons as kind of like industry standards, I guess. I'd say sparrows. You know what I mean? It's like the silver standard or gold standard, however you want to put it. You know, I have different places that have their monetary systems on different things, but they're the standard by which I guess all others are. I don't want to say judged, but measured. They're the uh, measuring tool, measuring stick, measuring rod, whatever you want to say. So really, what do you get from Peterson's? For me, like I said, again, it's the handles, and I have nothing against government steel. You know what I mean? They're great. I've never had, like I said, any pick break on me, Peterson's or otherwise. And what I like about the bare bones over the Peterson's, again, I already get the reach in the back and also the reach in the front. I'm gonna find a tension tool. I'm just gonna monkey around here for a minute. Here's a little tension thing that I made. This was this horrible mongoloid creature thing. This comes from technically Bosnian Bill, but it's also a Wizwazzle thing. So first Bosnian Bill was using it, and then he gave a thing for to Wizwazzle's channel. So the idea is obviously top of keyway, and it's supposed to be in a way reversible. For that, that's supposed to be for the bottom. I kind of fucked that up. So anyway, that's supposed to be for bottom of keyway, and then that's part supposed to be for top of keyway. But again, I got big hands, so but real easy to make. Literally, I have the things that I'm giving away. I said all you have to do is ask for them. Where'd I put it now? Come on, put your money where your mouth is, Doc. Oh, here you are. Uh, Jimmy Longs was nice enough to throw these in. So if you want to make your own, whether for yourself or Lockpickers United, for whatever, if you want to make your own tension tools or whatever, I have, these are street sweeper bristles. So I got a bunch of them here, courtesy of Jimmy. So if you happen to win and you would like to request one, or even if you want to request one, I have enough, I could share. I could get one to you. But yeah, basically, it's the same thing here. And it's just a couple of twists, and the only point that I'm really showing this off is the one twist that makes it all kind of possible is one I wouldn't even think to do, and that's how it bites into the keyway. And just the way I'm going to try to show it to you in a way that it's not level because it's not. See, it has this little twist in the way that it bites into the pliers, and that's kind of the secret to the whole Wizwazzle video is how it stays into the front, or the top of the keyway in the front is literally a small rotation like that little. And when I saw that, are you kidding? I tried monkeying around with 20 different of my own concoctions, and like everything had to be, sorry for shaking it, had to be kind of straight on with me. I didn't know how to angle it. And once, oh yeah, that's all you do is make that simple little bend, and then you can then on your own whatever pressure as far out as you want. And it was like, oh wow, dude. So that one little tiny, I was making the bend in the same spot. I just wasn't making a twist. So literally that one little tiny twist made a difference between something that was functionable or wasn't functionable as top of keyway and one that I'm starting to get opens with. There you go. Oh, dude, Chris Capone's is the best. The double-sided, absolutely. The double-sided universal tension turner tool. Whew, phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal. When, when I saw it, I was like, oh, so I only need like two of those, and then I don't ever need anything else for the rest of my life of lockpicking. Yeah, dude, right? Exactly. Chris Capone's is great, dude. And that's a tongue twister. That's why I like saying it like that. Steve, again, thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, I got my giveaways. I'm going to drop a video later this afternoon with exactly how to enter. It's basically a hashtag Knox Locks on your end, and then comment to the question I ask in the video. I appreciate you coming in, Steve, and everybody else, man. Everybody else. I appreciate you guys here. Yes, I just want to, again, if you see anything that you think I'm lacking as far as in this giveaway or as far as something as a lock picker you would see, hey, when I was first starting out, it'd be cool if that was there. But at the same time, I guess, I mean, that list can go on forever. You know what I mean? Well, I wish I had a leashy. I wish I had it. Yeah. And I do have other, like I said, there's small things in the background that I'm going to mention for, like, I have a lot of key blanks. So I have like American locks. I want to keep these clear locks here because, like I said, for anybody that this is either above or below their pay grade, I said I got the American lock 52 and the Medico for the ups, and I got the clear locks for if they want to dumb it down. So I'm really trying to make this a worthwhile thing for anybody. Here is my lead sheet thing. These things are great. They're just not really, I don't want to say practical, but they serve a purpose as far as decoding and having fun. But oh, here's my bag of keys. Okay. I have a whole bunch of different, they're just key blanks. I have Sledge 5 and 6 pins. I have Yales. I have American locks. I have whatever. So again, I'm trying to just use Lock Pickers United as a guide. But again, if you want a key blank, because going through the ranks, if you look at it, you got to make a tool, right? Okay. So I have the bristles for you to make some type of, whether you want to make a tension tool out of it or try to make some type of pick, that's up to you. But I have some type of tool for you to make out of that. I'm trying to get you as far up the ranks as you're willing to, you know what I mean, put the work in yourself. So like you got the locks, you got the cores, you got the rekeys, you got the turners, you got the rigs, you got the locks. And like literally, like I said, with the 5 pin or 6 pins, however many you want to put in there for the Yale, I mean, that gets you to where I am right now. That's the orange belt. And then, I mean, that's why I'm trying to make sure you have every opportunity I have and then some to get there. Like I said, it's really not that white, yellow, orange, man. Like it's not that hard, not that complex, not yet, anyways. So I'm trying to make sure that that person, whoever picks it up, is gonna have whatever they need. At least for a minute, you know what I mean? They could sit back and be like, okay, now that I know I enjoy this and I have a lock I could work with, let me order a couple things from whatever, Sparrows, Bare Bones. Let me try this, try that. And again, today was the first time I advertised this dude, but for the guy that I buy from eBay from, let's see, I'll show a couple of his locks actually. Let me see. I have my lock box over here, my lock tray. Yeah, I'm not like plugging people. I'm not advertising, but he's a reliable person to get good locks from. So, for example, this Corbin, I've picked this a couple times on my channel. This is one of my favorite comfort locks. I when I first saw it, I liked the old time looking key on it. It has like that old, not quite skeleton key profile, but a little classic, I guess. This is a Corbin Rush Swim 6 pin. This one's hard as hell. I took it apart. When I saw the 0 bit, and I was like, okay, like there should be. No, man, this thing's a beast. Everything in there is threaded. I mean, luckily, well, I asked for a lot of them to be tapped too. For example, when I got the stuff from Sparrows, meaning the normal mortise cylinder up there, before I was able to pick all 5 pins, I got I have not a Sparrows practice, but a sledge, my little sledge cutaway, or not cutaway, but drilled out. So this was my first, before these progressives were here, this was my first progressive pin. So rather than giving you the headache that I had of having to constantly mess with springs and well, actually, it depends on how you look at it. If you are changing cores, this one's easier. If you're literally just adding or changing one pin, I guess that would be. Oh, I didn't even see. Hold on. Uh, you need American key for the Series 30. I was gonna say, yeah, I kind of have the same question as Joe. Do you know what key blank that is for the Series 30? Because I have two different American. What is it? The A1 and the A something. I have both style ones. I have the one for the. I'll show you. And Legless, I'm sending you a sticker this week, anyways, pal. So you need a key. I got you. Let's see. Oh, and I have them labeled in here. All right. If I'm not mistaken, these are um, the AM7 that I have right here. Yeah. AM7, American AM7 keybank. I got three. Yeah, dude. If this will help you, if you need one, I can send you one, dude. That's what there's a couple little things, like I said, I was trying to save for surprises or just for somebody else to have, you know, in their ways. But anyways, since uh, this guy Matt here, he goes by Pappy Strowell on eBay. But since he was cool, he made me a couple deals on eBay for, I'll show you the couple ones. He has lots. I'm just saying he's worth checking out if you want to. He sells them four at a time. They range from I think like 20 or $30, depending on the lots that are in them. But just to give you an example, one of the main ones that I bought, or one of the favorite ones I bought, was these four right here. I said it had the Corbin, and I liked the key and the cuts on it. This was the number one reason I got it was for the sledge, and he drilled it out for me so I could progressively pin it. This was the quick set. I was trying to get how Sparrows makes the big four cores now. They didn't have that when I started. They did 2 months later at Christmas time, but in October, rewind that, they didn't have that yet. So I was trying to buy my own version of the big four, which technically was the big three for me: Sledge, Yale, and Quickset. So I didn't know of the Weiser yet. So in that lot, like I said, he sells lots of four. So in that one was the Corbin, and then this Corbin Russ one. So I said two of them were drilled out. So a 5-pin sledge and the 6-pin Corbin. So those were I was able to progressive pin and learn my way. The KW1 quick set keyway, that was pretty easy. Like that was I had progressed enough on these two because I started with the sledge just alone for a while. That by the time that I got to the quick set, I was able to get an easy open on that, and it kind of boosted my confidence a good piece. I felt firm in what I was doing, and then whatchamacallit, that's where I started moving to the Corbin, and then finally this bane of my existence, I cannot stand the Yale. The Yale equals hell in fucking Knox's book. But this was the first one I got, normal mortise. And like I said, there was no cores yet then. I had such a hard time with this one, and it's not even. I mean, it is. Look at that first drop. Like that first bidding right there. I could never get that high setting there because I'd always overset that. Anyways, drove me batshit crazy to the point, like I said, there's no Sparrows cores then, that hit uh I hit Matt back up and I was like, dude, you gotta hit me another one of those, and uh I got a progressive. You got a progressive pin it for me. Oh no, it's very my problem with Yale is this. I mentioned it last night. Uh, all right, I'm a little bit more from the school of Bosnian Bill, and what I mean by that is if you notice lockpicking lawyer, he's almost like arm wrestling. He's over the top. Like he's top of keyway, and even he says he will use as much force as allowed or as much force as possible. So like when he's when I try to pick like him, if it's same as 1100, it's AM3 5-pin. Oh, okay. See, I don't know if the keyways are interchangeable. Like for an example, like the Sledge six pin. Oh man, hold on. I know one's the SC1 and the other one's the SC what? What the hell is it? SC4. I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure the SC4 can fit into the SC1, but not vice versa. Yeah, yeah, because I have the two different sledges here. I say I know one of them's vice versa, and one of them's not. I don't know if American locks are like that. I don't know if it's seven. Like obviously, because these are the same C or the same. Right, right. One's a 4-pin and one, or wait, one's a 5-pin and one's a 6. But the whatchamacallits are the same. The wording of the key, just one's longer. See, the gold one's a 5 key. I'm sorry, the gold one's a 6 key. Oh, no. So it just says that little bit longer. But yeah, like I say, you can only go one way. You can't put a shorter one and make an extra key on it. No, no way. But yeah, if the hold on, I'll get the keys out again. If the American lock blank I have is the longer one, and the warding will work for you. Uh, Again, I don't know who you would ask for that. If that would someone in Reddit would know. Somebody again, I don't fuck with Reddit, so. Oh, you're kidding me. What did I just do with the bag of keys? That's on my Dremel tools. I just said what it was. I don't know if it was AM5 or AM7 or AM1 shit. Oh, if you saw what I'm surrounded by, you'd be like, oh man, dude. I got boxes of blocks. I got bags of picks. I got things of stickers. And, oh yeah. All right. But yeah, that's why for me the whole part of this giveaway, like what I'm trying to do is, I said I had to chase all these locks, and when I sucked at them, I had to find somebody that drilled them out, and I could progressively pin my way through them. So why I'm frustrated or don't really care for Yale's, my weak spot, like I said, I'm more bottom of keyway Bosnian Bill style as opposed to top of keyway lockpicking lawyer. So Yale, you almost, I'm not saying you don't have to do anything, but it's a whole lot easier if you're using proper top of keyway like tension for this. And between top of keyway and then I was also when I got that spool pins in it. For some reason, I'm able to click my way through spool pins a little better. I'm sorry, click my way through serrated a little better. Wait, hold on, sorry, catching up with your comments. AM3 legless. Only got an Abus key. What fits? Oh, you got an Abus key to fit an American lock? Is that right? Anyways, for my giveaway here, if you're stuck with like me on a Yale where you're switching over from bottom of keyway to top of keyway, and let's see, I have, oh man, they were right here again. Somewhere in my life. Okay, here they are. From Covert Instruments, I have, again, I wanted to buy, I did buy the Genesis set that I just showed you with the multi-pick. That was the payback for lockpicking lawyer for the education, man. I wanted to thank him just for getting me in there. And unfortunately, any emails I had with Covert Covert Instruments was all just through emails, and none of it was with lockpicking lawyer. But Anyways, I also picked up the top of keyway tension. So like I said, I'm a hand picker. Not saying I don't pick with vices. My vice is literally right there. My whole setup is a couple inches to the side. Again, it's a little bit because of my wrists. It's hard and weird for me to pick like that as if it was in a vice. It's just weird. So again, I'm used to watching TV or sitting outside, even doing whatever, and that's in my hand. And it's whether I'm picking up. Sometimes I'm picking down. Sometimes I'm picking sideways. It all depends on the lock and how it feels. But a major turning point for me was getting these top of keyways because it made it so it didn't hurt my wrist or make me feel as uncomfortable to hold my hand up here if I was trying to use. And up front, again, I'm not trying to dig bare bones at all. Whoa, sorry. These bare bones hand tension tools are amazing. Like for when I saw what I mean, don't get me wrong, sparrows with the knurling on them, I guess maybe helps with a little bit of a better grip. But trust me when I tell you, these bare bones top of keyways, they'll go toe to toe with Peterson pry bars any day. Or the flat bar fives. Yeah, it sounds a little thick still. The point I was just trying to show you is for a lockpick and lawyer, I mean, is that, I guess, smart. Realize, people don't want to. I don't need to sell 500 picks with my name on it. I just need to pick 4 of the most useful tools, meaning like the 2 quad rakes, the medium hook, the short hook that he sells is the Genesis kit, and then the tension, the bent tension tools right there. That really, as far as I know, the only person that sold these is out of business, and that was Mad Bob. The only reason why I even know Mad Bob's exists is because of Bosnian Bill's review of them. So I mean, I don't know anybody else that made bent top of keyway turning tools. So I mean, here's lockpick and lawyers, and then here's bare bones, and there's nothing wrong. Look, bare bones is doing great. It's just my wrist, you know what I mean, as opposed to the angles that I could have it on. Can I pick it now? Let's see. Let's try. Give it a go. But yeah, I requested a couple stickers when I bought the Covert Instruments too, just because I really wanted to have something from Lockpick and Lawyer. And when they responded, they said no. Like, sorry, we don't do stickers. We don't. I particularly used the word swag. I was like, any stickers, any stickers, or any other types of swag would be more than welcomed. And now all that they had was the patch that I had already paid for. The Covert Instruments guy. But I like that. I like the their little logo there with the pick and the top of keyway. And that is, lockpick and lawyer, top of keyway all day. But as far as my channel, I like doing exactly what I'm doing right now, dude. I just did a 3.5 hour live stream of putting together a video I'm about to do in a little bit. I'm gonna take a break in a minute, get something to eat, recharge for a minute, and then while I'm eating the PandaFrog video that I made, it's gonna be uploading. And then when that's done uploading, I'm probably gonna pop back on live again for a little bit. Yeah, well, actually, I'm sorry. I have to record the video I'm prepping for the giveaway. That's the main thing. Because today I want the clock to start. So, like, as of today, I can pull the trigger in 2 weeks for the winner. You know what I mean? If I slack on making the video, then I'm gonna slack on the giveaway because or announcing the winner because it's gonna be days behind, and I don't want that. Oh, hold on. Actually, what time is it? Oh, I guess I can't look at my phone now, can I? Oh, well. Yeah, my point is that it doesn't look like I'm going to be making it to the post office today. I said I wanted to get this out to Dave, and then I got stickers and one of my chips I'm going to send to Legless. See, look, man, I'm trying Tapa Kiwi, dude. Like, I don't ever want anybody to think either. I noticed a good video for Lockpicking Lawyer and Bosnian Bill made together, and they were like, "Don't get frustrated." And they show a thing about other YouTubers and other people like faking their locks. Like, so I mean, this isn't even a Allen keyed out or anything like that. But I mean, again, you have no idea what I might have rigged this. I pulled this out of left field. I haven't played with it forever. And yes, there's honestly 5 pins in it. But I mean, they brought up a good point that it's like, hey, if you see somebody pull like a miracle out of their ass, chances are like it's not a real miracle. Like they rigged it before the camera started, and then they either like palmed it and switched it, or and then they tried to give pointers of how you could tell, when real work's put in, and editing tricks and of the such. I just thought that was real interesting too, just kind of exposing other people. Well, again, they didn't name anybody in deliberate. Okay, one is set, two is set, three. That's where I'm having my problem, right there on four. I don't know, there's fucking spool in it. See, my problem is, and I tell you what, I don't feel counter rotation enough. That's my honest problem. Like when I come up against serrated, I could feel the bind, and then I don't know. I just kind of gently keep pressing until either A, there's no more clicks, something happens, or there's no more binds, and I start over. But I know that this has two spools in it, and it's been a while. I honestly don't know which two that they're in. But oh yeah, someone asked me if I was taking challenge locks. No, not come on, dude. I'm stumped on two spool pins here. As nice as that was, I'm not at a level that I do any challenge locks justice. Unfortunately, I would like to make some for some people, and I'm open to some trades as far as pack locks or otherwise. But yeah, I was asked that twice. No, it's gonna be a minute before challenge locks are a thing. Yeah, right there, baby. That's four has got to be a damn spool. Let's reset this. I would like to. I'd like to end this on a high note. But anyway, the point of me, I brought up. Oh, there we go. I think I said three. The point of me bringing Matt up before, or Pappy Sherwell in the locks, and this lock was before these cores that I'm giving away here. What I did was I bought one that's in my hand now. That's the real lock, and then I bought the other one that was drilled out with the Allen keys, and that was the teaching lock. So I'd have to progressively pin. Oh, wow, it's right there, man. I could feel that fucking spool, dude. I feel it. It's right there. I can't get it. Why don't I feel one? I'll do the old jiggle test. One, jiggle. Two, jiggle. Three, not binding, but something's not right. Doesn't jiggle proper. Four, jiggle. Five. Five, right. Hold on. Okay, I gotta click out of five. Do the old jiggle test, right? Click out of three, back to the fucking spool. Wow, no shit. Good. I think I just overset too. No? Okay, jiggle. Jiggle. Wow, I thought that 5 right there, I thought that click was going to let me in. I must have overset it. See? Alright, hands cramping already. Yeah, sucks. That was what, 7-minute attempt, and my hands are already seized up, and that's with my good picks. Or the good bare bones handles. And again, that was just me and getting defeated by Tapu Kiwi and Swoopin. Hold on, let me try this. Let me try this. Again, if I get this, this is a miracle. I'm not staging or throwing anything. I want to see if I'm not even going to use the crafted handle kicks picks. I want to try the wider kicks picks and um, lock picking lawyer Tapu Kiwi. And let's just see if by some miracle this will make a difference. Oh wow, this is a thicker pick. Yeah, you could. Shit. Sorry to get it off screen for a second. I'm trying to organize it. Let's see. Yeah, now right now that spool pin in position 3 is kicking my ass. All right. Almost 4 hour stream. Holy shit. Okay, let me put this away and I'll set to record and then call it a wrap. At least for the live stream. I appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out, dude. I like having a spot where we could discuss locks, actually hang out and shoot the shit. I really do. I enjoy this. This was what I was hoping, at least for a little bit, what it was going to be like. Because when I first signed the thing to for eBay, oh my god, for YouTube to go live, you couldn't go live unless you had 100 subscribers. So for the first, I know it's 50 now, but I didn't think I was going to be able to go live until 100. So when I found out you could at 50, I was stoked. This is a little bit more of what I want to do with my channel. You know what I mean? I want to be able to ask questions. I want people to be able to ask questions of me. If we don't know, we can figure it the hell out or have some type of nice rapport in some place that's safe and chill and no minimalized drama. No drama. Just here for locks learning. That's it. Have some fun along the way. Keep it entertaining. But yeah, again, I'm trying to just offer something for everybody. I think this is probably the best way I can, the best way I can do. So let's see everything in front. I'm just gonna rehearse my video a little bit here and thought for a second. So with everything in the middle, you got the body bag. It's gonna hold it. You got the lock core, rekey. You got the shim. You got the mat. Top of keyway, bottom of keyway, Z wrench from bare bones, security pins, extra pin for retaining pin for the back, extra springs for both cases, plug follower, Bogota pick, stickers, chips. Man, yeah, dude, I ran through this 10,000 times. So I got the questions down. I got everything. All right. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I really do. It's going on 3 hours, 40 minutes. I'm gonna upload the video for mini PandaFrog. Hopefully, going to be here in a couple days on the 8th at 4:20 English Standard Time. that's my uh, that's my guess, or my divination crystal ball says that's what's hopefully going to happen for Knox. And that's my estimated time of arrival. Um, let's see, I got Rob's giveaway right here. Lock number 3 in the same little body bag. I'll have that ready to go on a. Wow. All right, that's a sign. Whatchamacallit? I'm going to finish putting this together here. And yeah, you'll see a video up in probably about 15 minutes or so. That's going to be my thing for the mini PandaFrog. After that, I'll be back on again to do the second part of the giveaway. I'm probably going to honestly do that live. I'm probably just going to do that. Yeah. Just do that live, then release it, just so I don't have to upload it and shit. So, yeah, appreciate everybody hanging out. Legolas, you find out which American lock blank you need. If it's the one I have, as you can, let me know soon, just because if I'm going to mail your stickers tomorrow, I could put that key blank in the same envelope, you know what I mean, and get that to you. Otherwise, you know what I mean, you might kind of miss your boat for that one, unless you win one of the locks later, which you stand a good chance, like I said. Considering only 10% are probably going to enter, that's 10 people. I'm giving away 9 things, so it's kind of bad if you don't win. All right, guys. This is Knox Locks. There's the teachers. There's the tools. Thank you, Jimmy Longs, Kicked Picks, Bare Bones. My personal thank yous. Dave Geis, Little Shannon, my baby Maisie. So, all right, we'll see everybody soon. Enjoy, stay safe, and I'll end this one in the famous words of Bosnian Bill. Keep it legal. Well, hold on there, John. Go ahead. Yes, I am. What gave it away? What's funny is someone, I have my email address, Locks for Knox. I got to pin that to my board before I come back on live. Somebody messaged me and they were like, "Hey man, like I don't mean this in a bad way, but you sound like Tony Soprano." And I was like, "Oh, I like that's funny. The Sopranos was set in my backyard." So, oh, you can hear my voice. Okay, so yeah, I had somebody else be like, "Dude, you sound like you're on The Sopranos." And it's like, no, The Sopranos was set, shot literally like in my backyard, or was meant to be like in my backyard. And that's funny. You even picked up literally on Jersey. Only someone from New York. Anyone else outside the tri-state area, all they hear is the accent. So, oh, what are you from? New York? What are you from? No, you know what it is in the tri-state area. People can know what borough you're from and what state. Oh, dude, I can tell by your. Yeah, I don't pronounce the New York. So it tends to have a little bit harder of an R or a looser of an A, like the water. What are we doing with water over here? Yeah, that is a little bit more loose, but at the same time, okay, well, right on. At the same time, if you hear me, it's a natural instinct. I can't help it. I'm Italian and stuff. So if I met someone like, hey, that's my natural. That's what it is. So I did that. I messed up on the line. I was like, hey, I was like, are you trying to sound like Tony? After the stream, are you trying to sound like Tony Soprano? I was like, no, not at all. He's like, dude, you have a very strong like Sopranos accent. I was like, no, that's cool. That's where I'm from, dude. I take that. That's good. Good detective work, my man. All right, yeah, I'm gonna grab some food and put up the baby PandaFrog thing, and yeah, I come back on live in a little bit, dude. Please feel free to join, and anything that you want to contribute, dude, please, dude, do not hesitate to chime in. All right, man. Enjoy your night, guys. And again, wow, this thing keeps going off like that. Stay safe and keep it legal. There you go. Face reveal. Have a good night.